Welcome back, everyone, to Friday's Ironheart Merchant Company, session 85. Nothing could go wrong, right? The year 65,006, the month of the harvester, July, the 12th day, early in the evening. The weather outside about 65 Fahrenheit and heavy rain, the humidity about 40% wet. And, well, before we get into what happened this time, we have to reverse back about 2 weeks because, well, first week, James was unfortunately out with personal things, no issues. Second week, Azurus cast a curse on poor Soot's house and stated that the storm would cover it for the entire night. And so we ended up not having session, unfortunately, because of that. Thankfully, someone locked up Azurus, and none of the other party members seemed to be awake enough to remember what's going on. So, we returned back, as last time the party had managed to start out with only a 3-man crew of Roloman, Bartimaeus, and Soot, basically playing hot potato with keeping James alive. As the session basically kicked off with the party meeting an assassin who, after introducing herself and doing a little bit of too much flirting with Bartimaeus, which the party still found quite disturbing and concerning on just multiple levels for what she was interested in. The party managed to basically get told that they were going to play a game with this assassin. Their goal was to identify the 3 killers and stop them from killing James, and that there were other players amongst them. That is true, Bartimaeus. She did just want you for your body. But as the party began, unfortunately, while they would manage to catch 2 of them, one of them being a red herring for the Gargan butler that was just standing there watching them, daring them to call him out. But thankfully, due to a failed roll on the DM's part, I played it off perfectly and got away with it, running into the crowd and disappearing from paying attention of the party. However, in the end, they did catch 2 of the 3 before they were able to, or before James was almost completely killed. Though, before this, with the Soot kind of exploring around, Soot would go on his own little solo adventure, going down to the basement of Vencost Hold, name pending, finding the spirit of James's father, realizing Hobo Man probably isn't James's dad, and there's something else funky going on. Kind of immediately started to rush back up as he realized the spirit hanging out in the vault just wanted to hang out, help out, and keep James alive. And honestly, wasn't worth dealing with at the time, as Soot had bigger fish to fry. Thus, as the party came back together up at the end of James's whole gathering introduction and kind of like garden party to allow the guests to mingle and meet each other before his big announcement and everything, accepting the many gifts that he got given. Eventually, as the end came, the DM would unfortunately plant a little bit of sub-psychology into the brain. Very beginning of session, telling him that he would screw up at the very end the phrase to stop her, the assassin that would kill James. And, almost luckily enough, I was correct, as at the end, unfortunately, Soot, although they caught the assassin, would give the wrong phrase due to the quick panic of the moment, and unfortunately, this would see James almost nearly killed, as he would be successfully poisoned, but due to her capture within a round, would manage to keep James alive just long enough. Winning the game, the party did not at all accept that was the last of the assassins, but this with the trio that were grabbed, offering themselves up as workers for hire under James going forward, as well as offering a single magic item from each of their inventories from the job that they had to do. The assassins parted on honestly really rather good terms. Bartimaeus with a future potential bride, and Rollman and Soot with nightmares that they wish they could get rid of in that vision. As there was grease everywhere in that situation, as anyone can imagine. But as we ended session roughly around there, James would call for a toast and begin to speak, and that is where we are coming back from last session. James, as you look out, the crowd looking up at you, many familiar faces that you see amongst the crowd. Um, Many of which look to you suddenly very interested in what you have to say as they kind of stop eating. Your companions rejoining you as Soot and Rollman kind of join back up as bodyguards beside you. Bartimaeus staying at his chair he had found earlier, kind of observing the crowd as they begin to all kind of make their way either closer to you or towards their seats and quiet down. And as it kind of turns into crickets, kind of silent, you are left to kind of give your announcement speech that you had planned before calling the guests into the dining hall.
Would like to welcome to Old Plans and New. I'd like to tip my hat to the refounding of the Goldbeard clan and their, well, representative here tonight. I'd also like to thank Julian for stepping up in his father's place, especially after the vote was horribly attacked. This is a very hard time for our country. We have enemies on one side that are trying to eat away at us already. And so I need to make clear on my position and how I plan to operate, I feel. With that, I'm going to have to be clear. I do not plan to stick around in the homeland. I have my plans to continue my company and supporting the nation. I will be funding a way for Julie should he need to, and I will be ensuring that things run smoothly here by setting a team of advisors. This keep needing the end of the speech here. I also hope we all can agree that we need to no longer fight among ourselves. There's too many outside forces coming in to try and cause problems. We recently had a major issue during the Storm Giant raids with the cult of Ella Ugbo. From my together, seems to have been most, but that doesn't mean that there aren't other cults or other ones that are similar going to come to rise. We all need to. As James will stop for a second to sort of and see how they're reacting.
Well, they're reacting to the fact that they only heard half your speech because your internet decided to hate you for a moment there.
No, I get great. Fuck.
Yeah, this day you're cutting
I hate my
hard.
life.
You sound like
I hate my life.
you sound like Wolf when he's on the bridge. Every once in a while you're cutting out.
My
The
computer's the only thing on. Give me a second.
Sure. We'll take a quick moment. Oh, he left. Well, it's James.
Maybe restarting his computer or something.
Oh, that might be true. You know, then we're going to take a quick break real quick, and we'll wait for him to come back. For those who are watching at home, we'll be back in an instant. For those of us here, we'll be back when we are. We'll be seeing you in a sec. As James kind of clears his throat, seeing many of the crowd looking on to him with confusion, kind of leans down. The little crystal device that's kind of been increasing James's voice as he kind of like taps it a few times, and you hear it kind of suddenly screech for a moment as it clears. And James, as you see, the crowd kind of seemed to half catch what you were said, like the young new leader of Clan Goldbeard seemingly clapping, and many of the people kind of catching that and clapping as you announced that. But a little after that, it seemed the crystal kept fritzing out roughly, basically, completely. If you'd like to continue.
James will re-pick up from there. And, like, along with the other clans that rose or showed up, Clan Oventium, Clan Bigby, and my own house, I believe this is also a time for us to thank Julian for taking such a large step as becoming our king. We need to ensure that we all support and do not cause any other problems. We've had issues between nobility for too long, and there are too many outside forces attempting to harm our nation. such as the cult of Ella Ugbo, which recently this city itself had issues with. My information network has informed me that while they are mostly cleared out, there could be similar problems. So we need to deal with it each in our own lands, so that we can provide the best support to the nation that we can. I also believe I need to be clear about my own standing. I do not intend to stick around in the homeland. I will be training and leaving behind a team of advisors, along with someone to take over when they get to be of age. I have not set anyone, and I have not decided fully on these people, but I have a list in mind to ask. Because trouble seems to follow me on its own. I do not wish to bring that trouble to the homeland's door when it is still trying to get itself cemented and better on its feet. James will look around, taking a look at Julian for that, and continue with. I do intend, though, to ensure that Julian has a way to contact me should he need any help, and I will act as an emissary for the nation outside of this. That way, hopefully, I can send people to be allies or work with us should we need to. Using my merchant roots and my own work to better the nation and make us all the richer for it. We all know how hard these few months have been, with the crazed ex-king Uthgarum and his attempts to kill most of the nobility, the loss of most of my crew, and quite a few mercenaries I hired. This means that we now have a clear board, though, to make this a better country for all involved. I believe that that is the first step we need to take.
You hear a light clapping from the crowd, not fully enthusiastic, but many who seem to lend their hands to the cheers. Some seem to kind of watch on. A knoll in the background kind of glaring at you with a bluish noble's kind of cloak. A Genasi kind of standing off to the background who seems to look at you with a raised eyebrow and almost surprise as well as confusion somewhat looking on their face. A
I
Go ahead.
Oh, continue. No,
Okay.
go ahead.
Um, a cloaked figure with a heavy mask that you kind of clocked as probably Livingston himself seems to kind of watch you. Almost a cover of or a lack of emotion, but somewhat a surprise still seemingly showing through the mask as you look through scan the faces of the crowd to see kind of similar looks for most. Julian looks utterly panicked.
I will ensure that I'm not leaving behind an empty seat. I do plan to remain for long enough to handle things and work out who I'm leaving behind. I have a team in mind to set up and to have here assisting Julian in my place while I go off and support Julian in the way that I am better accustomed to. I will also state that we need to keep an eye out for other threats, including King Uthgarum. While he may not be a leader, he still has pull and may try to call in favors from people to harm our nation as it is now. We cannot afford to have any more instability woven between us. With that, I feel I should give one more explanation. I didn't come back to be a hero. I didn't come back to fix all of the nation. I came back because it was necessary. I found out that there were problems happening, and I still cared about my home. I still care about my homeland. So I'm trying to fix them in my end and working with King Julian to the best of my abilities to fix the wrongs that were done. With that, I will keep doing so, whether I am here or across the world. We all should make sure we keep these things in mind. Our entire system was turned on its head, and Julian has placed himself and put in the back the Council of Ten. So this will be a revolution to how our country operates. You can ensure it keeps running smoothly. Like I said, I will ensure I keep communication open with Julian. And I won't be leaving immediately. I still have to make sure I have things sorted here. In this city of Eorbos, a city of chances, growth, and renewal.
Okay. As you say this, you watch as the crowd kind of shouts, some clap, few boo, some stay quiet. Kind of looking amongst them, you see the House Goldbeard, House Bigby, House Stronghelm, Mithril Big Bone, and Stone seem
Learning.
to all nod and clap, almost seemingly happy and excited. Notably, House Frostbuster, Syndra specifically, from what you can see, and Clan Oventium seem to almost look on to you with a look of disgust and almost disapproval outright kind of on their faces. The rest, our lesser clan Frosthammer, Spellforge, Lernian, they don't seem to show any interest or really any personality either way, just kind of watching and nodding along to what you say. As you
I
can. Oh, good.
no continue.
Oh. As you look about the crowd further, you do notice the Genasi envoy kind of watching seems to give a bit of a look of surprise and disappointment changing on their face. The Null envoy seems to smile, a kind of almost creepy and eerie snarl kind of showing on their through their teeth. Um, Livingston just kind of watches on, enjoying eating a few pieces of food as he kind of sits at the table next to Bartimaeus, kind of just relaxing and watching on.
There is one final reason for me not wanting to stay. My own situations aside, I seem to draw trouble to me, like I said before. Should that trouble endanger the nation, I'd be asked to leave regardless. At least this way I can still assist without it looking poorly upon anyone.
As you say this, kind of giving a nod to the other butlers, kind of across from you, kind of standing behind the crowd, and signaling, I assume, the end of your speech, James.
Just about, as James will finish off with, and I hope you all enjoy the feast and the music. If you have any other questions about my stances on these things, you're welcome to come to me. I will gladly speak about them.
As you kind of twirl your hand in the air, the butlers and servants under Soot, kind of already trained under the command, immediately begin to kind of not hurry, but slowly herd the cat-like nobles towards the castle itself and head inside to the main hall. I do agree with that, Bartimaeus. As the crowd kind of starts to get up, many of them kind of walking up, heading in. The butlers and workers kind of explaining what that they great feast is being prepared in the throne room. Many of the nobles begin to make their way up. Julian kind of watches you with him for a moment, and there's definitely something in his eyes, James, of concern and anger that seems to pass by, but also a sense of acceptance, as if almost he can't do anything about it. As he seems to kind of pass by you, refusing to say anything to you, and just kind of giving Soot a nod. Another look that, as you kind of look between the two, catches your eye. That seems to be there's something going on, not to your knowledge.
Mm,
But as the crowd begins to pass by, the Genasi envoy, the Null envoy, heading up, the Livingston himself, kind of passing you and waving to you as he smiles, being ushered by another one, or by the Frost, no, Frost Storm Giant butler, up to these stairs. You are left outside kind of for a moment as Bartimaeus walks up, Rollman kind of still next to you, and Soot now kind of waiting for you to head up to meet with the rest of the crowd and head into the main hall where everyone's kind of beginning to gather and get set. You're left with a moment of peace, though, where no one, at least, is out in direct earsight from, or eyesight from what you can see.
James will look to Soot because Soot's probably the first person that comes to mind for being an advisor.
Yes.
Sorry to surprise it on you, but I think having you be the head of the advisors here would be the most applicable.
Uh-huh. Left a dying country and have to protect it. Oh, if that's your order.
It's your choice. You can choose to refuse, and I will either find other people or have to go back on my own word.
No, I will stay, Lord James. It will be a challenge, but someone has to make sure. Now that this country has no guardians, I'll figure it out.
And Rolaman, I'd like to name Mineral the successor for the House of Ironheart for this country. And adopt him.
What? That's crazy. That's interesting. You may want to speak to his mother about that.
I intend to in the coming months, but I figured I'd let you know, and if you had a problem with it, we could discuss it as well.
I didn't fancy him becoming a lord, but
You've
Can I
seen
ask
how
him, see what he
dwarven lords
says?
are. They have to still fight.
Some of them. I'm looking
And
around,
with
but
his
some of the ones I don't approve
special
of.
circumstances, there's the issue of letting him go off and be out and about.
You also don't think that any other houses will object to a very distinguishable non-dwarf as the head of one of the dwarven house.
Brightbee was allowed to create House Bigby through a child. This is a little less similar, but still within the same vein, I believe. Now, let's not keep them waiting too much longer. And Bartimaeus, thank you for sharing the food with Livingston, who was sitting beside you.
He's just hearing all of this.
That's it.
Or Mitch is just kind of like standing there, like poleaxe, like looking at Soot, like just like deeply sad. It's like, you're not coming with us.
If you'd like to remain and assist Soot, I have no qualms with that.
Looks genuinely torn for a minute. I have to think about it.
You have time.
As James kind of leans up, reaching a hand onto Bartimaeus' like hip, given the height difference here. Patting him
Pat,
lightly
pat.
on it. Yeah, a little bit of grease falling to the ground as it
A little bit of
does.
jiggle.
Yeah, a lot of jiggle.
That jiggle will never stop. As James will then start ascending the stairs.
Yeah. As Roman kind of follows you up, Bartimaeus, and so you're kind of left there for a moment as James and Roman head up the stairs towards the other butlers and the individual, I forget what they're called, but the individual calling out and announcing people as they come up. As you hear
The
James's,
announcer.
pretty much, yeah. As you hear James's many titles begin, you're left with a moment to talk amongst yourselves between the two of you as the other two head up.
The moment that it's just the two of them, no one's looking, Soot kind of looks his age. His hand is on his head. He's thinking. Because things from his eyes look awful. And he kind of just glances at Bartimaeus and just mutters, "Don't stay here. Go with them and get out of the country."
I don't know that I could do that to you. We started a lot of this dream together. It's only right we cross whatever finish line together.
Is it though? I'm already old, Bartimaeus. Besides, I'm a wily one. You know I'll escape when things go bad. I'll be fine. Besides, I can't in good conscience leave the amount of people that are going to die due to James leaving.
Like, think for a moment, like really staring on it, I was like, one of us has to stay with him for that pact with the damned cat god, don't we?
Indeed. And I have the skill, and if only one of us is going to stay here, I have the skill set to run at least a city. This would be better for me.
Yeah, Bartimaeus just like kind of has to stare at the ground and just looks just cross between emotionally destroyed and just fucking angry at the situation.
Before Soot's given a chance to kind of comfort or do anything else, you see a group of jesters kind of walking over. One a little bit more, a little lengthier and taller than the others, standing about 7 feet ish, kind of being wearing very audacious nobleman's attire that's just vibrantly colored in all the wrong ways. Kind of walks over to Soot, whispering in his ear about something. As the two kind of nod and exchange looks. The lasting laugh band kind of starts heading up the stairs, leaving you locked for another moment. But Soot, as you're told that you'll be on soon, you're given a few moments left with Bartimaeus.
Yes. We'll have time to discuss this after, Bartimaeus. I have, well, the rest of the banquet work to do.
Like, kind of nod, and then like reach into like the the suit pocket of like my clothes and pull out the Tattermelon homunculus and say, "If you wouldn't mind, would you take care of Mr. James until I get to see you again?"
Of course, my friend.
As the two of you start kind of heading up the stairs towards the up towards the announcer, and as the two of you kind of make a entrance to the servants' door, literally about 10 feet to the side. It just takes you in through one of the side kitchen or side rooms instead of going through the main hall and being announced. As you two sneak in past. Kind of see James for a moment, kind of sneaking past and vanishing as Roland's kind of left to unfortunately talk to what looks to be a very already drunk Murgia of House Mithrobone, who is like fully leaning on Roland's sword and like trying to like wrestle it from his hands to look at it, and it does not look like the two are having a good time. So Roland's trying to be polite and shove the person off of him.
You know, this is perfect. I wanted to talk to him anyway. Roloman, can you assist me
Yes.
with...
Mergia looks up.
Sure, if I could get my sword back.
Mergia kind of looks up, sees Soot, immediately lets go and turns and goes and walk one of the guards to bother them.
What is it you need?
Rollman, I hear you can dance.
Yes, I can dance. Usually with a sword, not without a sword, though.
That's fine.
Why? What's prompted this?
A performance is happening, and I believe a dance, weapon or not, however you wish to do it, would enhance the performance.
Sure. It's been a while since I've danced in front of some people.
Excellent. Come. We need to prepare.
Okie dokie.
As the two of you kind of start to step off to the side, Roland, you're kind of led up the stairs as one of the mages that James had hired into the town to kind of help out with shaping the castle for this specific event is kind of using a spell to kind of transform the upper area, the upper balcony, where normally there was a hallway looking down onto the throne room and the long carpet where the table's kind of now sat on. Now is being kind of set up with almost like a doorway, and as you walk through, as it guides you, you walk into a full open room of a band all set up. A very large open little section in front of them that kind of tilters down, almost like a dance floor that's been kind of expanded out. And while the band seems to be pulling out like multiple different kinds of instruments that you're somewhat familiar with, having seen enough bards playing in taverns and such, a large piano is kind of set out as specifically, as well as next to it a beautiful suit kind of is stood by as the band begins kind of warming up and tuning their instruments.
What's the song?
No, I'll hand Rollman the kind of the sheet with the lyrics so you can understand.
Yeah,
It's
go ahead.
a slower song. And I'll send him. Grammy, let me send you the actual song so you understand like the beat, because that's kind of what matters.
Yes.
Okay.
It is the surprise, so don't say what it is out loud.
Sure.
But you'll catch it. I guarantee you'll catch on to it. I don't. As soon as you hear it. As you're kind of given a moment, we cut away as it begins to kind of like go through a very basic version of the song with one of the band members comes over with his like lute and starts kind of playing a light version, just quiet enough to where the crowd below won't pick it up. We cut over to Bartimaeus. As when you were walking in, you saw James running down one of the hallways, kind of, well, sneaking down one of the hallways. Not well, but well enough that most of the nobles didn't really seem to pay much attention. Are you going to follow him, or are you going to go join the other nobles?
Yeah, I have a bone to pick with James for a second.
I had a feeling. All right. As you kind of head down the side hallway from the entrance, from the servants' entrance, kind of going around the wall and going down the same hallway that James did, as you see him open a door and close it behind him quickly, something you notice his like around his face suddenly glows bright red for a second and then dissipates, and you see one of his horns seems to be growing out at an immense size, similar to when you had seen him almost taken over by the being, beginning to like expand out. As he seems to be clutching at it and running and closing the door as you hear a very loud walking sound.
Kind of sigh and say, James, we have something to discuss.
James, as you kind of stand there, on the other side of the door, you hear Bartimaeus' voice as well as a pretty heavy knock against the door. Your body beginning to change and form as you try to figure out what you were looking into.
I hope you don't mind if we discuss it through the door then.
Bartimaeus?
Like roll it around and say, I already saw the beginnings of whatever change is going through you. If you really value the privacy for that, then I suppose it's your prerogative.
James will unlock and let him in at this point.
Okay. You will watch Bartimaeus, and I won't give the full explanation because I'll be typing something in the background. But you will be watching James. James's body is like morphing and changing and seemingly fighting against the demonic influence on it as he's talking to you.
It's like kind of like nod. It's like the back of like Barnabas' head is like, yeah, it's probably not the best time. It's like, but also fuck him for right this second. Like, I've known you for a short amount of time. In that time, I'd rather think that I've been helpful. So I'll take the opportunity to speak my mind. Do not presume to trade the life of my friend cheaply.
That is not my intention, and I apologize if it came across that way.
It had better not be.
James is definitely wincing as he's fighting against these transformations. I just don't believe this is the best idea for someone to be ruling, dealing with this.
I like kind of like lean into James for a moment. It's like, do you know a secret? We both had designs on creating a city. If I am not so terrible of an idea to rule someplace, then perhaps you're not either.
James is going to give a cold chuckle. A cold chuckle that honestly sounds almost heartless. Would sound almost heartless. The amount of bodies I've had to bury. The amount of times I've ran away from other problems. I should not be in charge of a city. I'm lucky to be in charge of a company and have it still be standing. And that is through sheer dumb luck and the help of many others. All of which I have made promises to that I have to keep in the short time I have left. And if these, as James will gently just point at the horns and gesture to himself, changes, stop me from being who I need to be for them, to keep my word, then it's going to stop me from being an effective person here. We've already started a crusade against demons, essentially. If suddenly one of the nobility becomes a demon, how will that look? How will that achieve anything? No, I'll get ran out and hunted.
I just look at you very confused for a second. I was like, what on earth are you talking about? Your entire nobility is festooned with demonic blood.
Yes, but it's much thinner than mine, apparently.
Be that as it may, you can't ignore the link between whatever powers that you have and your demonic bloodline. Even Clan Oventium has it.
They're strangers to me, so I'm unsure. Good to know, I guess. But the difference between having a demon bloodline
I think James is reading his notes in the background. Bartimaeus,
Yes.
give him a minute. As James kind of screeches out and
Just
lands
spazzing, bro.
on the ground, kind of curling into a ball as his body begins to like shape shift and change. You see his skin darkening to a blackened color, and then changing more to a grayish coloration. His eye regrowing for a moment and then almost completely popping and disappearing again. One horn growing out, the other seeming shrieking in his head. It's honestly, Bartimaeus, if you weren't a blood mage, this would be disturbing as hell to watch. But to be honest, with what you cast, this is just another day. Let me go ahead.
This is more or less why I've like played it off.
Imagine you're just staring at him like, can this guy just stop real quick, bro? We're trying to have a conversation.
It was like, dude, do you have any idea the fucking ritual I did to make me fat? Like, this is nothing.
Exactly.
Speaking of, actually, is there any parallel between that ritual and whatever the transformation is going on to James?
No. From what you can tell, actually, give me a knowledge arcana if you wouldn't mind.
Sure thing.
I know you're not a proper wizard, but I figure you gotta have some investment here.
Yeah, because I still have to know about magic, even if I don't cast it with mana. It's like being able to make spells. You have to know what magic can do.
Yep.
Sorry, my browser is shitting itself. 1 second.
Yeah, it's been one of those days of technical difficulties. I'm used to it at this point. Everyone's got their issues. It's all right.
Flame Canada.
Could be that. Could be Elon Musk. Also, why is Texas getting Canada internet?
While
I'm just making the joke from South Park.
Oh, okay.
while he ejects, I just want the name of the guy who announces people like nobles enter is called a herald, and I think that's awesome.
That's what it was. Thank you.
The Herald!
Yeah.
All right. Oh, gonna just free ball it because I think this is the right bonus. All right, 28.
I can pull up your character sheet here for you.
Oh,
Okay.
I didn't enter it into that one. So use the roll.
What do
20
you
because
mean? Oh my fuck! Everything's a -5.
Oh no.
Oh no. No, that's actually a 7.
Yeah.
And I
So
burnt 2 spells to boost mine, so I'm not burning 2 more to boost yours.
right. From what you can tell, what James is going through is it's not similar to your metamorphosis, if you will, with how you went through a ritual. What seems to be happening to James is something that, as you sense it, given what you were sensing for demon power before all this started off, like earlier in the day when the dad incident popped off, James is he is transforming into a demon proper, like slowly, almost as you realize, kind of looking at it, his skin changing color is showing, there's a terminology for it, and I learned it in Teen Titans, and I cannot remember it now, because Starfire's fucking whole Cocoon episode, but the simple point of perspective, James's skin is slowly, like, forming a protective shell on the outside, as his body is, like, slowly tweaking out like a cocoon, basically. And he seems to be fully changing into, or metamorphosizing into another creature. As you start looking at him, this isn't a biological, like natural transformation. James is forcing his own divine magic, his godly powers, to basically force the change onto his body in the background.
I just like look at him like slightly disapproving. He's like, really? In the middle of all of these political machinations, that's the time you choose to do all this? Could have waited a few days. Honestly, some people.
Well, given there's probably going to be assassins about.
Yes,
better
we
to
already
be
stopped 4 of them.
What?
Yes, what do you think we've been doing all
Look
night?
at him because James doesn't have memory of that because that got shifted.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole thing. We've already stopped a number of them.
As you kind of look up suddenly at Bartimaeus, like completely stopping, the clutching, the shivering, the body like not changing forms and adjusting. As Bartimaeus says this, a moment kind of concern as you look at him and contemplate why you had that weird itch in your neck earlier. And as you do, kind of focusing your mind back. Bartimaeus, you watch as James will take, to do this, 5 points of constitution damage until his next long rest.
Oh god.
As
Okay,
he
that's
gets
doable.
the transformation under control and turns himself back into a normal Snowbeard.
Good. Good news, guys. I just have to check something because I did prep something for this.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta make sure I have the right spell level. Hold on.
I will say, though, James, as you kind of stand up, thinking about Bartimaeus' words about giving up Soot's position like this so easily, looking at everything that's going on, there's a lot to consider as you look to him as an advisor.
That's his temporary ability damage, correct?
Yes, this will be until your next long rest, correct.
As James pats himself, and casts one other spell that I had prepped just in case of poisons. Let me just... Healing 3 of that.
Okay.
Con damage, so...
Yeah.
Hey, that puts me back at a positive, guys.
Yeah, as you pat yourself down with a glow, now looking up at Bartimaeus as you stand, the intimidating size difference, and Bartimaeus is just seemingly now his jolliness almost kind of gone as he looks down at you. The kind happiness, though his smile's still definitely there to the face. It's definitely a lot colder as you feel more of what he gives the normal individuals as he looks at you.
I intend to stick around until I can ensure that things won't immediately fall apart upon my own leaving. I meant to stress that, and it seems like I failed to. I apologize. I intend to have Soot and I here while you and Rolman go on the expedition, possibly, to bring back some secrets for me and some history on how to possibly deal with some other things and get people off of the trail that I'm about to probably leave when I leave the country.
Kind of slowly nod and say, "Very well. As long as we have an understanding. Do not count the life of my friend cheaply. I have interceded on your behalf with a god. I can contact them again."
James will smile at the threat. Just calm. Almost dopey. You can. And you may well, when you decide to, but I don't treat life cheaply. If anyone knows the value of it, it's me at this point.
Good.
At least among mortals.
Well then, that will be all. Enjoy your metamorphosis.
I'll hold it off. I'll hold it off until the festivities are done, per your suggestion. I've learned to take the ideas of those that are at least more outwardly intelligent than myself.
As with that, Bartimaeus, you kind of open the door, walking out.
James following behind, staking with the bodyguard.
You see a couple of servants kind of walking by, and they kind of look at Bartimaeus' smile and James's kind of discomfort as he cleans himself off and wipes himself down from the dust in the room they just came out of. There's a look there that as they start kind of whispering as soon as you lock eye, James.
They get the immediate cold look of a lord.
They run quickly and politely out of the scene, escaping to find something to do.
Exactly.
As we join the party.
As I remember each one of them and will later tell them that if I hear whispers about it,
oh, he's gonna try to cover it up.
Ones I come to.
Even worse when you try to cover it up. But as you walk back into back to the dining or to the throne room when the dining hall has been kind of set up, people laughing, beginning to kind of gather around the table as they take their seats. Cheers, drinks being kind of handed out as they're joking. Soot and Rolman nowhere to be seen from what you can see looking around James and Bartimaeus. But otherwise, it seems to be cheerful. Light sound kind of playing from above as a happy tune kind of plays in the background.
James is going to slowly sort through the crowd to find Julian, because if Bartimaeus misunderstood portion of the speech, Julian certainly did as well.
Yeah. Bartimaeus, you following him, or are you going to go find yourself a chair and, as you put it, sit in the cuck chair for a little while?
I've done my fucking tour duty tonight. I'm gonna
He's
fucking
the duty.
All right, Bartimaeus hangs a sign on his chest that says bodyguard work is done off the clock and goes and finds a seat where no one is and a very big glass of wine.
It's not a good day to be Bartimaeus. First he, gets tricked into eating a paralyzing cookie. Actually, his
Yeah.
friends leaving him.
Mm-hmm. It's horrible. But yeah, Bartimaeus, you go find a seat. As we cut back over to James, kind of moving through the crowd, the sounds, the music kind of playing, continue to play very happily as people kind of find their seats and relax. Julian kind of sat right to the right of where the head of the table is. Not uncommon, but it is a little bit less expected. Typically, the king is usually sat at the front of the table or the head of the table, but at the request and insistence of Asut and his requirements for this whole thing, you were not given an option on his seating as you kind of go find yourself a seat at your throne, James.
I must apologize, Julian. I think I may have caused you a misunderstanding.
As Julian kind of looks up at you, mid-bite on a piece of this, like, what looks to be heavy, like, glazed piece of pork that's been fully cooked through, he kind of looks up, mouth full, and spits out a chunk as he says, "Oh, no problem. Misunderstand, what?" He kind of swallows deeply and goes, "What, sorry, what misunderstanding?"
About my departure.
"Oh, no, I was just expecting my kingdom to fall apart and everything to be destroyed before the day's out, but that's not your problem if you're leaving."
Well, I don't intend to leave immediately. All the work I put in to put this place back together.
Thank
I'd
God.
be ashamed to let it just fall to shit.
Oh, thank the law of justice. There's some sort of balancing act. I won't deny I was expecting you to have left. What?
But I may not be able to come out in public as much, as James will gesture to the horns. My own bloodline is thickening. And
What?
having demon folk among the nobility may become problematic.
You do know the old kings of the Snowbeard Kingdom before Uthgaram all had horns, right?
Yes, I've heard, but mine may be a bit more drastic. James giving a kind smile, trying to drop the hint that James may not be frontward facing, but will at least still help.
Nolan kind of looks at you and rubs his beard and smiles and goes, "James, allow me to explain a very simple thing. I think you're missing an understanding here, and as your elder brother, I'd like to think of us as in this situation, giving you advice. Allow me to make this clear. You could awaken with a tail that was 20 feet long and wings that sprouted out to kingdom come. Most people would be still so terrified of you they wouldn't question what you do and how you've done. There's enough influence in our culture to give righteous an explanation that no smart noble is going to question it unless they're looking to fight you. If I was going to look at this from a logical perspective, you embracing whatever you're trying to hint at, clearly, would not at all harm me or anyone else of the court. In fact, would only do anything but increase your reputation amongst the nobles and probably cause more to be afraid of fighting you. So,
Oh, that'll be good to know then.
And beyond that, I think that you're making an unwise decision by leaving my dear butler, Soot, in charge of your kingdom. I think it'd be more intelligent to stay here yourselves, because if you do not, even leaving post-expedition, you could see this entire kingdom completely destroyed. The knoll over there, as he ushers his chin, is not some peaceful envoy, that is an envoy of war. You do not dress a knoll in blue when it is here on peace. So clearly, we're about to be declared war on by another nation. The Genothi, I hear, are also thinking about an invasion of our territory. If you leave, I will have to face this alone, and you've killed most of my best men that could have dealt with this. Uthgaram will reseize the kingdom, I will be killed, and the nation will fall. That is what you're leaving this fate to the nation of. And that's not even speaking to the dragons that have been fucking us up the ass since we started this war. So,
I'll stick around to try and get the Genasi at least. I can't promise anything about the Knolls. I have my own issues with them, but
I know. They're here for you, not for me. Looks at you and goes, and as far as it goes, if you want some personal advice, I would consider the fact that what you've done and everything, all the accomplishments you've achieved, you did it for a reason. Kind of looks out towards the crowd of the nobles who are drinking, eating, kind of like joking around as they kind of find their seats and talk with each other. And he looks out back at you and goes, "These people have been brought here. You've brought a nation under a single flag that was on the brink of destruction or being offered up to a foreign god. And now you just want to walk away. Imagine if I, instead, those shoes were reversed, and I said that to you. Would you really look on to me and tell me with a straight face that that was a wise decision to make, to give up such a position that I had created, and also to offer up so many innocent souls to what is guaranteed to be their death, as we can't create an army that will hold against any of the forces that are on our border."
I can see where it'd be problematic, at the very least. But I also see where I'm coming from, where I don't feel at home here in the homeland very much.
And you think
Given
I
everything that's
do?
happened.
My father wants me dead. My son is being sought after for the next to be put on the throne instead. I have no capabilities in comparison to yours. I don't have a Roloman. I don't have a Soot. I don't have... Looks over at Bartimaeus. That. I stand...
Well, he's the one that advised me, or at least gave me the idea to come try to smooth out the problems.
Exactly. I stand with a single crown upon my head, no shield at my back, no blade at my side, no caster at my hand. And you want to walk away. I will not give my blessing to this. I will promise you, if you leave, I will do everything to strip the House of Ironheart of its power, and I will remove any utterance of the concept of you within my nation. I don't do this out of animosity or a threat to your well-being. I do this as a clear indicator of how serious I am about the threat you pose by leaving this nation. There will be nothing for you to return to.
Even though I'd be more profitable away from the nation.
I don't care about profits. My nation will be destroyed. My throne will be melted down and turned into a butt plug for one of these dragon lords for all they care. That is the fate of what will happen. You think a few coins can change the opinion of a nation? Do you mean innocent lives will be on my hands, on your hands, when they die? Because I had to go out fighting for them and dying for them without any of my warriors, half my nobles' children, because we don't have any of them left, because you killed most of them. Why not just leave the nation to fall apart in the get-go? Why bother to do all this? Why kill one of your best friends, Blackinge, for nothing, to throw it all away? Look at what you've achieved. Look at everything you have put together. You don't even have to rule the nation, and you'll be basically a king. And you want to give all this up to continue prancing about the world, pretending to be a merchant in an adventure. Are you serious? Do you hear yourself? Do you honestly hear how selfish you're being? How ridiculous you sound. How disrespectful to the entirety of the people who fought and died for you. And as he says this, the entire room starts to go dark, and the people start to the servants begin to usher people to their seats as the band begins to play. And Julian kind of seems to get cut off and stops, glares at you and goes, "We'll talk about this later." As he takes his seat.
That we will.
Yeah. Soot, would you like to go ahead and begin as the lights begin to kind of shine up towards you? The band begins to kind of warm up with the music beginning to play. As you begin to hear the tunes of the Reigns of Castamere kind of beginning to lightly play in the background. And for copyright reasons, we can't play the music. As well as the light seems to shift onto Rolaman as he begins to move about. And before Soot sings, Rolaman, give me a performance check
Okie dokie.
for your dancing.
I did roll sing as well because while my singing ability is limited,
I was going to give you a pass no matter what. You're doing it so I don't have to. So,
I rolled well. I want that.
damn. All right, yeah, 38 sing. I'll give you credit for that. No, 100%.
Where's my freaking perform?
For your dance, yeah. Fantastic.
Thank
All
you.
right. As the Rolaman draws his blade and begins his what is it called? A configurative dance? No.
It's just figurative dance.
Figurative dance. Yeah, where you like do the thing. Yeah, but go ahead. So I'll mute.
Let's see how good this is. And who are you, proud lord of stone, whose beard was forged in ancient snow? A king of kings, a throne of bone, with demon folk below. So speak your threats, and speak them loud. Invite the merchant to your hall. He'll break his bread beneath your roof and watch your banners fall. For the Ironheart sent his warmth that night, and Hardhelm's torches burned so bright, and the Stormslayer's blade sang left and right through the king's moot of Helmgrind. And who commands the demon's tide, whose sorcered hands reach every throne? The coin that built your crown of pride was never yours alone. So pour the wine and pour it deep. Invite the merchant, break your bread. The Ironheart does not forget. And Odger supped, and Odger's dead. For the Ironheart sent his warmth that night, and Hardhelm's torches burned so bright, and the Stormslayer's blade sang left and right through the king's moot of Helmgrind. And what is gold to iron will? What throne survives a merchant's toll? Then cause hold, standing still, every stone without soul. 10,000 prayers rose up in smoke beneath the city's burning veins. One word from him and kingdoms choke. One word and all that remains is the Ironheart's warmth on a cold dark night, and Hardhelm's torch is burning bright, and the Stormslayer's blade still singing right through the king's moot of Helmgrind. So raise your glass, you lords of new. Your house is fresh and newly named. He built the table that you sit to, and he'll remember who came. For Uthgarum thought himself a king, and Odger thought himself a wall. The merchant smiled at both of them, and he watched them fall. For the Ironheart sent his warmth that night, and Hardhelm's torches burned so bright, and the Storm Slayer's blade sang left and right. Through the king's moot of Helm grind, through the king's moot of Helm grind, through the king's moot of Helm grind.
As the crowd below looks up, almost at the same time as Rollman's dancing kind of goes about, Rollman kind of jumps to the right, cutting in half the personal sigil of Uthgarum, turning and then cutting down Odgers as he does so with a baguette, taking it out and slashing it cleanly through the cloth, shocking the crowd as they clap in surprise. As Soot continues to sing, the crowd looks on in surprise, many of them looking towards Julian nervously as Julian looks over at James, concern in his eye and anger seemingly boiling through as he looks
James
up.
was smiling calmly. As this seems like a good point to punctuate since he said transforming wouldn't matter.
Are you gonna do it?
Yes.
Oh God.
As Soot, you look out to the crowd as the torches come to light again, people clapping. Suddenly, the entire room goes quiet as a scream out in pain is suddenly heard, and everyone looks towards James, his body beginning to convulse as he drops to the ground. A few moments of kind of silence and concern as you're kind of left there stunned. So some of the crowd looking up at you, wondering what's going on, if this is part of the performance, if this is something else, a sort of assassination attempt. Confusion kind of broad across everyone's face. James, give me a fortitude save.
And then James died.
Making sure I don't have anything I can add to this. No, I don't think so. Nat 20 for 30.
As James suddenly disappears beneath the table, dropping to the ground, his anvil of throne begins to glimmer and glow, blinding the entire room as Soot, you hear your voice, not you singing it, but your voice echoing through the chambers as a chorus begins to erupt from the room's walls. The singing that you had just performed seemingly echoing across the entirety of the room as James, behind the light, begins to change and transform. Two prominent blackened horns protruding out, his beard darkening to a black, his hair almost completely becoming blackened in its coloration, his eyes turning a crimson red. James growing up to about 6 feet in height, putting another 100 pounds of weight and muscle kind of on as his body begins to expand and grow. Any of you who can sense magic, please, or who have spells of any sort, give me a spellcraft check, please. God damn it, Roland.
I mean, his eyes are a spell. We did learn that.
Oh, am I getting us the check?
Does Roland have any way of casting?
No.
No, then no.
No.
Bartimaeus 31. I don't think so. You do, correct?
No, my monkey thing is from a spell when I got the class, but I can't cast it.
Okay.
Like it's a long lost rule. Yeah.
Bartimaeus, coming from James, you sense an intense neutral alignment almost exuding off of him that seems to be potent amongst the air, almost as a spellcaster to a chokening factor, as the entire room almost seems to fill with a thicker form of mana in the air, making it hard to breathe. As thankfully, I forgot you're a blood mage, so you're unaffected completely by the mana thing. However, you do notice that the aura coming off him is extraordinarily dense. As people begin to gasp out and scream as the blinding light dissipate, and James kind of stands up, his armor kind of fallen to the ground, steaming from where the leather straps that kind of connected onto his body, onto itself, have been kind of melted through. His
Now I gotta repair that.
belt kind of almost completely singed across the entire top of it, almost burned. Looking at his skin, you see he has gone from almost a palish color to almost a mix of dark and crimson coloration. Almost similar to. Well, actually, you guys haven't seen him yet, so never mind. Yeah, just a deep crimson. I have an image for the coloration, but give me a moment to pull that up. Don't mind that it has a giant schlong.
What?
Do you want the answer
Amicus
to that?
Maximus!
Do you really want the answer to that question? Because I don't recommend it if I were you. That's
Sweet sword.
The Schmeat sword returneth!
so. Almost.
Like, are you naked now or something?
No,
Did your
he's
armor
got
fall off,
pants
or-
still on. Oh, here it is.
I'm
So
hulked out. I just lost everything else right now. I'll have to repair my armor.
basically, this coloration. This is the only image I have for it. This was an art piece from when we were doing Clash of Legends. Don't judge. My artist wanted an excuse. All right, I told her if she'd do it, I would allow it. I needed the character drawn. That's the only way I could get it done. So I had to work with it. The box is my make. Don't ask. No, I do not have the original. I made sure to get rid of it once we got that.
Why
But-
did you think that was going to be our question?
You know, because that's always the question I get when this image pops up. As this isn't the first time. But, yes, as James begins to become almost a darkened crimson coloration, looking about, the crowd seems to look all in shock, and many kind of pull back in horror. Syndra has already pulled her staff and is beginning to cast a spell as she glares at you.
I'm just staring her down.
Oh, fantastic.
Calm as can
Cool.
be.
Give me a will save.
This is against another spell, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Do I still have my bonus against spells as a dwarf, as a snowbeard? Or did I lose that?
No, you do not. You have none of your racial effects from being a snowbeard.
All right, that's fine. 22.
22. Fan-fucking-tastic. Ba-ba-ba. Let me find my spell here, because my link didn't fucking work. There it is. Alright. Oh, fuck. Alright, James. Well, you're not going to be a happy man as the entire room begins to quake and turn to ice. Your mind is unaffected. Your body seems to stay unfrozen. However, the entire rest of the room, please go ahead and give me both a fortitude and a will save.
Okay, I'm gonna replace the will save with a concentration check.
Fuck you.
What
Fair.
would you expect me to do?
No, that's fair. I can't say anything against it. God damn it.
I'll give you the fortitude first, though.
Go.
Now, I have a question. This is an attack against me, correct?
No. The second one's an
Oh.
attack against the room. I was just having you do a specific for if she was targeting the area specifically where you were standing. So you'd be hit first. Okay. Bartimaeus failed the will save, but succeeded the fortitude, so he will not be frozen in place. Roll him in. That succeeds the fort. We'll see if you succeed the will. I assume you will, because I don't think you can roll low enough to fail the other
I
will.
can.
No, even on the natural one, you still succeed. Oh, wait. Actually, let me remind me.
It's a check, not a,
Oh, yeah.
a save.
Correct.
Thankfully, I would have been really sad.
Yeah, I'm really sad because I'm about to get mine fucked, I think.
30. Okay, well, thankfully, being up on the balcony sits all right. And then for my list for you, let's see. Okay. Bartimaeus, you find your mind completely frozen, as if you can't make a decision. You are, by game mechanics, paralyzed.
Again?
The rest of you, who succeeded, you watch as nearly everyone other than Julian and Lady Adamus are basically frozen solid into ice cubes. Even Lady Heldra, the level 26 individual. As Julian kind of looks on, James looks back at Syndra in concern. Syndra just begins looking up at James, and with an echoing roar, she yells out and goes, "You've chosen to stand against House Ijin, and you will be made to pay. Let this be known, James Dragon of the House of Ironheart, you, this day, will rue the betrayal and see all that you've created come to its end. I will make sure that this is foretold in every kingdom, for your betrayal goes against not only the honor of our people, but the honor of the house and the deal you made as a divine. Let your godly powers be curses upon any who embrace them." As you see the entire room begin to kind of envelop in snow, and Syndra vanishes in a wave of white.
Before she vanishes, I have a response.
Nope. She just vanishes instantly at the end of that. She does not wait. As you begin to speak, you see as she vanishes in the snow petals, the spell continuing as you watch. Many of those here are beginning to suffocate within the ice as they stand frozen.
As I look at it, I'm going to pick up my hammer, and I guess I'm going to try to dispel this magic. I don't think I have a good chance at it.
Go ahead. As the song it continues to eerily play throughout the crowd. I will also say, Soot, looking behind you, the band is seemingly embracing it. None of them seemingly frozen.
You get like a plus 100 bonus when they're playing music.
Exactly. No, Bartimaeus, because your mind is what's paralyzed specifically. Your body theoretically could do things if they could figure out how to work that out. God, I love replacing with concentration. You're terrible.
That's the first dispel magic attempt. 14. Probably not high.
Does not work. As Julian looks at you and then looks up at Soot and then looks back at you and goes, "Did you plan this? Did you actually plan it? You fucking horrid piece of..." And you see Julian just begins to stand up, enraging, his skin turning red, foam coming out of his mouth as he starts just swearing at you in Dwarvish, as well as other languages that you don't seem to recognize, as the entire castle slightly starts to morph, pieces of stone kind of shifting. The 27 also fails.
That's both those charges. I can't do it again.
As the spell continues, and you watch as the people kind of staying frozen begin to there's seemingly their breaths getting shallower, their eyes looking more panicked, some of them closing quickly.
Is there anything else I can do with my new power to try and end this spell?
Well, this is a spell, not a demon supernatural effect, so, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, fire powers.
I guess that should be the question I'm asking. James, is there anything else you can do before I just kill everyone and blame you for it? Let's say, you got Roland and Soot there.
All of Syndra's spells come from demon, technically.
Yes, that's correct. Would you like to try and spellcraft or knowledge arcana, see if you can figure out what the spell is?
You say, okay, Syndra was just a druid other than name stuff.
This is true. I will go with the knowledge arcana.
Sure.
Actually, I'll do spellcraft because I have a better chance at that.
Nope, spellcraft gives you a different response.
Knowledge arcana then. I'll have to just pop it with this then.
Pick one and go with it, please. I have to kind of
25 for knowledge arcana.
Alright, fantastic. This is the... As you look up, you do recognize this as a signature spell of the House of Ijin. this is the beginning of Blitzka that she just cast on this castle. And this means, as you realize, that means that outside is way worse right now. As civilians, royal guards, dogs and cats, the people hoping to not be burned alive in the sewers again, are all probably frozen to death, or frozen currently, and dying, or dead already.
Well, it's demon magic.
It is.
I'm taking it.
Okay, you want to elaborate, or you just want to look at the DM and say, yes, this is now mine?
It's a demon power technically, so I should be able to absorb it, correct?
I think that would kill you.
So, okay, with the knowledge arcana, I'm going to give you this. The level of demonship is very much how power works. Sandra's been a demon a lot longer than you in a short, and to a lot more powerful of a house that she's got a lot of power influence from. You just turned into the lowest ranking of these people. In comparison, this is Goku almost at fucking his final form of fucking whatever the white-haired thing is versus Krillin when he started. That is the variation in power between you two, for what like the level of magic and knowledge that the individual has. This isn't just, hey, flip the switch and you're God. Like, this is, you just became a race that literally gives you the chance to grow without a cap. But you still gotta grow. So if you want to try and absorb this, I'll let you go for it. But I'm gonna let you know the DC is fucking high, and it will kill you if you fail. So if you wish to do it, you can try and give me a
Julian's
fortitude
demon blood
save.
is showing too, correct?
No. He just seemed to be unaffected by the spell.
Okay. Well, you said his skin was turning red. That's why I was like,
He's
Oh,
angry.
no, that's
He's
from the rage.
apoplectic.
He is literally
Okay.
so angry, he's physically changing.
Let's
Also,
see.
Julian is a level 22 Warblade and something else. So, like, no one knows what else he has for his levels. Also, the fact that he's a level 22 Warblade should scare you, because there's not 22 levels in Warblade.
oh, absolutely, that's horrifying.
These two
Looking
Warblades
at what
together.
I can do now.
I will say, Sit or Rollman, if you want to talk in, you're not stuck. The
It's
only one who's
true.
screwed is
I'm
Bartimaeus.
I'm just like, I'm a
No, I'm-
fucking guy with a sword.
I am doing something. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Look, man. One last time.
Yeah, give me a wisdom check.
Yep.
As you turn to the band and start kind of having them play a creepy song reminiscent of her house, and as you quietly say a prayer.
I'm gonna take a drug to up my wisdom.
I want to note, I did not know James was going to turn into a demon in front of everyone, including the half-demon, sitting out the table. So just putting it out there for those who are wondering at home. Go ahead, though.
23.
23. Okay. So as you begin the prayer, saying the normal amens, bullshit that you'd expect, what are you going to say / ask for specifically?
All right, let's freeball this. Lady with dominion over ice and snow, your anger is understandable, and your champion's anger is understandable over a betrayal. However, please do not let so many innocents die at a targeted betrayal of one man. I will do as you ask if this is answered. Hey, man, I'm pretty sure if I didn't add that tidbit, she's not going to listen.
You're not going to like this.
I know.
No. I mean, you're really not going to like this.
Oh no.
You will hear a comment in your head, but before I get to that, Roland, what are you doing?
Look, Ron is a swordsman, and this is a lot of magic mumbo jumbo.
Mm-hmm.
Cut
Kill
the
that.
magic.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. That's like my best guess here. I try and
dice.
think back to watching Grandpa fighting Lady Ijin
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can apply anything that I remember from that to this now that I'm higher level and have practiced some of the God slaying maneuver.
Yeah. Give me a D20 and add your Warblade level to it.
Okay. Hold on, how many levels of Warblade do I have? Give me a second. I don't know.
I assume you have no other classes that give you extra maneuvers or anything specifically. I assume it's only
No.
Warblade, so yeah, only Warblade.
Only Warblade gives me maneuvers.
Perfect. Yeah, just Warblade bonus then.
16.
Okay. While looking at this, it would be one thing if Radijin was here. There is no physical being for you to cut down as you look around Rollman in this situation, which makes it damn near impossible to really stop a spell that the Catalyst has fucked off. The only real option that kind of comes to mind as you look at this is if you could theoretically summon Fredishin here, you could replicate what Grandpa did, and if you could manage to do all of that and crit, you might be able to kill her and stop this spell.
Well, I just heard summon somebody or try and do something.
You might get your
So
can.
I'm gonna quickly try and remember as much as I can, and I'm gonna set up and look. I'm gonna use my future sight and try and predict where they're gonna show up if they are going to show up. And set up
yeah, give me
as best as possible.
Give me a fortitude and a
God.
will save for the eye thing.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with the concentration check. By the way,
That's fine.
If he crits and kills a demon, what a way to end an arc.
What a way to start the next one.
yeah, man. This is the fortitude save.
Okay.
Natural 20 for the fortitude
Nice.
save.
Nice.
And then the concentration is 30.
Okay.
Or sorry, will save the 30.
As you manage to kind of focus your eye into about just into the immediate future, no blood coming out of your eye sockets for once. You don't see Fradijin as you look about in any format arriving, but something that catches your eye is you do see Soot attacking James, almost with the goal of killing him by the looks of it. It is a brutal fight that James is not winning as you watch the two go at it for the next few moments. Incidentally, at the same time, Soot, you do get a message to your head. You get the command, which is a DC 50 if you want to try and make the will save for it.
You can get at 20.
To kill James. In exchange, she will spare everyone gathered at in the city that would be affected by this spell, as well as all those outside the country.
You know, even without knowing, I don't think Soot would resist. It's one man for countless lives. Like, what argument is there?
Roman, for an instant, sees Soot beginning to turn and pull his spear, almost as his eyes predicted. Let's roll some initiative. Except, I would say, Bartimaeus, you might as well. I'll give you a chance to save on it again. I feel bad for putting you in the cup chair over here.
Wait, don't make this a 2-on-2. I'm gonna have to fight Bartimaeus too. What the fuck?
Dude, do you know how he's gonna have to get a good high DC to save on this? I mean, we've seen his rolls.
Okay,
You
I'll
could
do
just
one
sit
better.
there.
It's a physical action, right?
Yeah.
I use one of my potions of fucking protection from evil.
You'll have to do your will save, or you'll have to do the will to get to it. But yeah, we'll do that on your turn. Okay, keep that in mind. I'll give you a chance.
Because it's in my blood. So it's
That's right. It's not a potion. Yeah.
It's a potion in his body. It's already there.
I'll have to look at protection from evil here in a second. Nice, roll them in 29. Go ahead and roll the Bartimaeus if you wouldn't mind. Let me look it up real quick.
for initiative or
Yes.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll do great against the 25, 28, and 29.
Yeah, this is the time we have the highest fucking initiatives in the party. Jesus Christ. I didn't expect it to be with a party kill, potentially. Like, shit.
Oh, is there any way I could lead this to not badness?
Well, we're gonna find out here in a minute. Okay, I will keep this in. Wait, okay, I'll keep this in mind for on your turn for that Bartimaeus, because this will work. It will be a roll, and it will I'll still make you roll, but it will be a drastically lower DC.
Also, what level was that spell? Because when I save against spells, I get HP back, and
Ah.
I desperately need HP.
The spell is 10th level.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, that's an epic spell that was just cast in the room.
10 HP.
Yep. Which gets higher with the DC for the freezing part normally, but thankfully, you guys are in the one space that you should be okay for now. We'll see, hopefully. All right. So yeah, at the top of the initiative, going into it, Roloman, as we start with you, as you look over, seeing Soot grab his spear from beside the piano that he had kind of leaned up against it, his look of intention towards James clear in his eyes. You're about 10 feet below him, and he is standing technically, standing about 10 feet above you by that same definition.
And there's nothing I can see that I could cut that is linked to the spell at all.
Correct. Yeah, there's no... I will outright save this for anybody doing a spellcraft or knowledge arcana. There is no catalyst to the spell in the room when the caster casts the spell, and that is the catalyst. Afterwards, the spell just goes for a certain amount of rounds until it peters out.
I'm trying to think if there's anything I could do.
Kill James.
I could kill James. I don't want to kill James.
That's fair.
That's bad.
James only kills himself. That's the rule.
Well, apparently he's just going to try and kill him.
This time he's killing a lot of other. So
yeah, thousands, near 100,000. What would you like to do, Rollman, as you look on, not wanting to hurt your friend, but also not having much of a choice if you wish to save James's demonic life?
James, I don't think I can hold off Soot long, so I think your only chance at reverse this is to try and suck it up.
I don't think I'll survive that. I have another idea.
Do you have any of the magic water that awaken bloodlines left?
You asking James?
Not on
that
me.
One druid spot. You don't have it
that
on
was
you.
all on the ship,
God damn it!
and the ship's gone.
Yeah, ships.
I mean, I can imagine some would have gotten. I emptied it. I did state that I was emptying the ship of valuables that I wasn't going to send with it, so it'd be in the city. It's just not here.
God knows where at this point.
In James's personal vault, he's got hidden under a toilet or an outhouse somewhere in the middle of like some random nobleman's house.
Like 100 rounds of running away. It's
Yeah, like you ain't gonna find it.
Not
It'll take you
reasonable.
30 to get to it.
It's most likely would be in the storehouse with all the other stuff from the ship, which would be probably halfway across the fucking city.
There's really nothing I can do. Wow.
And
Oh,
then-
James, I'll buy as much time as possible. Do some fucking something.
You got it.
I will immediate action go into my freaking frenzy, so +4 strength and dex.
Okay. All right. As you begin to kind of get your blade in one hand, get yourself ready in a stance, looking up at Soot. All right.
They're 10 feet up,
Yep, correct. Just up the stairs.
and I can't jump in at them, right? I presume.
Well, they're just stairs. I mean, you could directly walk up or jump to the top of them if you want to make the check, but it is a high jump, which would be, just for your own reference, because I do run base DC.
High jump is
I have a fun.
Yeah, so for
DCs.
10 feet is like DC 38, 36? 36.
something like that. Yeah.
Plus, there's a limit. So, however, given your immense strength and dexterity, I'm not going to limit you. Given LeBron
Yes.
James,
What's my
Michael Jordan
jump?
were not. So,
Jump's not terrible. I think I can take. I also don't want to jump all of 10 feet, right? Because I'm
no, because they're
6 feet
stairs.
tall.
Yeah. Correct. You could also just take a 5-foot step forward and climb up the 5 feet of the stairs, and you would only have him 5 feet above you.
Oh.
So,
Well, I thought it was like a balcony thing without stairs.
No,
Yeah,
it's
it's like
stairs
fire-
down to the dance
It's a
floor of the
stage.
balcony. That then basically goes upstairs to the where the band is behind you. So yeah. So it's just a 10 feet of stairs if you want to walk 5 feet up and get closer to them.
Guess what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Take a 5-foot step and lay the beat downs.
Okay. Let's see. Not the direction I thought today's session was gonna go. But be fair, no one told me. I did ask James not to tell me that what he was gonna do, so it worked out. He did surprise me. This wasn't the direction I was thinking.
I aimed to surprise.
Mid session. Yeah, I'm just gonna transform to a demon in front of Demon Gal. Yeah, that's fine.
You know what? Fuck it. Here we go.
26 for the first one.
26. Does that hit Soot?
No.
No. Okay.
This is a comma. 20. Wow, that's a 2.
Why do you roll like shit trying to hit him?
I
have a-
try to hit you too. What the fuck?
Well, I see.
The Roman's hesitating here.
Hey man, I don't want to hurt him. This is full blade. Wow, that's another 2 by the way.
Nope.
This one probably won't hit. And then I have one more after this. 20.
God damn it.
And then
Old ass butler dipping out of the way of attacks.
yeah, man.
This is very much. No, I just imagine the fairy tale old dude just like
Wow.
with hands up, just
Hold
kind
on,
of
let's see what these are.
swatting away Roman's blade
5,
left to right.
2, 7,
Yep.
4.
Yeah, so it's literally Roman's not wanting to strike, and Soot kind of sensing it, isn't even raising his spear, Sujin. He's just swatting your blade away with his gloved hand. And is that in your turn, Roman?
I still have a swift action.
You do. What would you like to do?
Uh,
I'd recommend be defensive because you're about to get your ass beat.
I am about to get my ass beat.
Monkey Man is not happy with the choice you made.
I drink potion.
All right.
It's not gonna do anything.
No, not
whatever.
at all. But you can try. What potion are you drinking?
18 HP.
Alright,
Health potion.
cool, perfect. Yeah, as you drink it down, tasting this cherry syrupy taste,
Yummy.
you're the only person I
my
know
turn.
that says that they like that flavor, but fair enough. Ugh.
No, that was a joke.
Oh, okay.
That was
I was
Roman saying yummy.
Cherry syrup just cotton like for medicine. But all right, as you look on, Rollman, kind of downing your potion quickly as you prepare yourself against the oncoming barrage from Soot. Well, you know who's up because he only lost you by 1, so time to fire back.
It was nice knowing you.
As Roman looks back at James with a look upon his face of, man, I fucked up, I imagine. He's a wrong guy.
You made your choice. I'm sorry, young man.
Soot's one eye like glowing with fire as the other one's cast in shadow. Basically, full anime moment here.
I take a 5-foot step back.
Okay. Putting 10 feet between the two of you? Alright.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna hit Rollman a lot.
Alright.
I'm gonna immediate action become invisible.
Alright. Wait, hold up. Does invisibility make it? I think it just gives you concealment.
It's a
correct?
50% mischance, which
Yeah.
might save me.
Yeah, good joke you're gonna need. Alright, so yeah, you roll to hit and then you roll to see if you get through the concealment.
I have a feat to ignore it. I'm sorry, Grumpy.
No, is what it is.
Hey, you're
I'm
doing
sorry,
what you're supposed to. You're supposed to attack. If he had to kill you, man, he knew he had to use every step of the way if he wanted to do so.
You're in the way. I'm gonna need more than 1 round to kill James.
Yeah. We'll do one by one because I will be doing response swings as long as I can.
This is the repost.
You're out of range.
He is-
All right,
yeah,
never
he is 10
mind.
feet
Got
away.
a 10
Wait.
foot reach to
No.
Yeah, he did take a 5-foot step back to get his.
Fair enough,
He needed
okay.
for the Sujin.
I wasn't staying in melee with you. I use a pole arm.
Bro breaks out his little like measuring stick to smack you with, you know. But go ahead. But so
Yeah. 39 to hit.
That hits.
That'll be 41 damage.
Okay.
Then 38 to hit.
That hits.
That'll be 30 damage.
All right, I go down, then I'm gonna pop up from my armor.
uh-huh.
All right, 2 more swings. Two.
So I'm at like.
Give him a second.
Yep.
See how much it gives me. I don't think it'll matter because you'll hit me and it'll go back down, but you never know. 2d8 plus 5. 15 HP.
All right, 30 to hit.
That hits.
36 damage.
Okay. When I go down now, it'll still try and do it. So you need to make the nearest person needs to make a fortitude save, or they'll lose hit dice, and I get HP equal to the hit dice. No, no.
That would be
So you make a fortitude save.
Nat 20 for a 33.
Okay. I'm
Ouch.
now down.
Bro, those dice rolls.
You know, I think me and Grubby had this talk of whoever goes first would probably just kill the other, but when he rolls like that,
Yeah, no, I wish you could roll like that against me in those key moments.
But if I also have my fucking full HP, by the way, I was
That would
at
help,
50
yeah.
to start this because I got hit down to 0
Yep.
by an assassin.
Yeah.
well, I knew you were injured. That's why I didn't use maneuvers. I started beating you with a stick.
True.
As
But if you would let me go, bro.
Rolliman gets smacked by the blunt end of the stick, just getting walloped down as Rolliman goes unconscious, dropping to the ground, his armor trying to do what it can to keep him up. But unfortunately, as Rolliman drops, Soot just kind of glares down, I assume, at James.
Yeah, it's like a sad look at Rolliman, a shake of the head, the old man who doesn't agree but gets it. And that is the end of my turn. I can't kill James this turn. He
Okay.
bought around.
Yeah, Rollman, as Rollman collapses down the stairs, thankfully, I imagine Soot kind of trying to make it so he wouldn't take any extra damage to outright kill him there, but at the same time, not helping him.
The goal is to take him down so he's out of the way.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you will make death saving throws on your next turn, Rollman, and as always, remember, you can make 2 or just 1 on a turn if you like. James, you're up.
Not moving. You know, someone else here talk to Feratogen. I think it's my turn.
Don't do it, Lude. I'm gonna tell you right now, with your wisdom, you are smart enough to know that would be a very, very bad idea.
Just suck it
I'm not
up.
talking directly to Feratogen. There's someone else that hates her more than he hates me right now.
Oh, you don't. Oh, you're not
Oh,
that stupid.
boy.
Don't make that deal. Don't do it. It's a dumb idea. You know this as James. You're wise enough to see it. Pitting your soul against another is going to get you killed. And all the rest of the people you
I'm
like.
not pitting my soul. I'm calling somebody just to piss her off by getting rid of her spell.
You okay? Well, let's see what you got. What do you want to do?
I want to see where this goes.
Hey, Meadmancer.
No.
I have a way for you to annoy the person you don't like if you want to show up really quick.
Give me a will save.
23.
You hear no response.
That's what I get for the path I chose, as I'll start emptying myself of magic to start absorbing what's there. My container's probably fairly full when it comes to magic, and I can't absorb if I can't take it all in.
Well, I have bad news, James. You have all your spell slots. So?
No, wait, did all my spell slots refresh? Because I did
When
use...
you transformed, yeah. You just basically practically went through a long rest. Now, it didn't matter because your character was already under a long rest effect prior, so that's why it didn't matter. But yeah, you have to empty all your spells now if you want to absorb. Also, you don't know how to absorb, so you're going to have to figure that out as well, because it's not like you transform and your body just hands you a manual and your brain knows everything. This is the whole new form.
I'm figuring this out on the fly.
So,
as I will start dumping off my highest level spells first.
Okay. Are you going to cast the spell, or are you just going to toss the magic? Because that is an option. You can just empty a spell slot. It is a fortitude save, and if you roll below a 10, you pass out, but otherwise it just empties a spell.
I will just cast them.
Okay. Smart man. Use the spell, use the damage you have.
Yeah. As I will need Soot to, because he's gonna come kill me, and I know he's within range of this, to make a will save.
Okay. Go ahead.
I have pluses against spells. To 27.
Damn it, you succeed.
I am an anti-mage warblade.
Yeah, I know, and it's
Very, very unfortunate.
that frees up one of my higher level spell slots though, and James is gonna look and be like, I'm going to get this fixed. I can't pick you up. I don't have what I'd need for it.
Eric doesn't have ranged healing spells. What the fuck?
I know, right? What, like, really? How?
He'd have to go over here, and I'm built to stab people as they try to cast.
Yeah, so I'm doing what I can.
Alright. Is there anything else you'd like to do, James?
Talking didn't use an action,
Correct.
so
The will save was considered a free action in this situation.
well, just a general question, for Soot, given I've seen his abilities and how he was able to hit Rollman. Can he just hit through all total concealment or just invisibility?
Well, seemingly, you saw Rollman go invisible and then got smacked in the head.
Several times.
Yeah, so assumedly he seems to be able to see through invisibility, but go ahead.
I want to think before now, you've never seen me do this before. You've never seen.
That is fair.
Yeah.
This is the first time this has come up.
It's 10th level, I just opened up technically a 3rd level slot. I'll try to fill that back up with what magic's there then for the second action. See if I can weaken the spell and make it end faster.
Okay. Give me a fortitude check. Let's see, or a fortitude save. Let's see if you can.
I'm guessing that also fixed my con then too.
Correct. Yes, you would have gone back to base con.
Oh, that's nice. That makes us a little better. Not by much, but 25.
25 does not do it. As you watch the spell continues on, you try to focus your mind, you try to focus your body, but the idea of absorbing something, even magic, is something that's fully new to you as you try willing your mind, your body to do something, and nothing seems to happen. Okay, that's your two actions.
Yep. I will move further away. No. Can't do anything else.
Bart,
Get out of the cut chair.
you beat me by 1 on the fucking initiative for Julium. I want you to know that. I'm so mad because I rolled a fucking 9, and it wasn't 8. I got a 10. I was like, So, what would you like to do, good friend? I assume you're going to drink your blood thing, the protection from evil. It's in your blood still.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and give me a will save then. DC is now 15.
Woo!
Turns out, if you know it's coming, a lot easier to save against the will part. The freezing part's the sucky high end of it.
Well, that's significantly better. I got a 29 this time.
Fantastic! As you feel your mind kind of clear, the clouds vanishing, you look down and see your feet kind of a little bit frozen to the ground. Not enough to keep you stuck there, but enough to kind of make you have to kind of shimmy your boot out to get it out after a few moments.
Gotcha. Do I have any knowledge of what the fuck's been going on the last
Nope.
few minutes?
Basically, as soon as
I'm
your mind
down.
went paralyzed, everything went black for you.
Last thing you saw was James transformed, and then
Yeah,
hey.
music ended, James created a beaming light, transformed, and some mysterious figure started floating in the air, shouting some weird thing, and then suddenly ice everywhere, and then it went dark.
And now Roloman's bleeding. I'm glaring
Well-
at James, and James is over there.
Yeah, roughly from Bartimaeus'
Seeming
thing,
to
you'd be able to see Rollman's collapse, and Soot has his blood on his Sujuin, kind of standing over him as he glares at James. Yeah.
This is the bad luck for Soot.
I will note, also, still in the background, the chorus of the
Oh, they're still
castle
going.
is still singing the song on repeat that Soot just sang.
It's the fucking the Titanic band. Jesus.
Talking's a free action.
Right?
Always ask questions.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
Right, epic spell. Help.
If James dies, the spell ends and everyone's spared.
I don't trust that bitch as far as you could bring her up and throw her.
I have no other choice.
All right, no more responses from you two. Bartimaeus, with that, what do you want to be able to do? What do you wish to do?
Well, I guess for my one free skill check a turn, I'd love to be able to analyze the fucking magic. I guess.
Yeah, give me a spellcraft or a knowledge arcana. They will give you different answers.
I imagine spellcraft is probably the because I'm looking at trying to potentially dismantle it.
Then spellcraft would be what you're looking for. The down and dirty of basically what the spell does. You don't care about the history, who cast it, the lore. You're caring about like how to destroy it immediately.
How do I turn it off? Yeah.
Makes sense. Well, I rolled really fucking well, so I got a 36.
36. All right. Cool. Thank God for spellcraft having a table and make my life easy. Cool. Yes. So down and dirty of it. First off, I will mention this thing does have a strange effect. The spell does not require a catalyst. I imagine you probably grasped that bait while you were unconscious, just listening in, but, just as a heads up. However, to destroy or dismantle a spell, basically from what you can tell, it requires one of two options. Either A, from what the circle, or from the spell, the spell circle that's kind of fluttering above, you can either hit a high enough counterspell or dispel on it, which would require epic counterspell or dispel. Or B, you use enough fire magic up to an equal level to burn the motherfucker down, basically, counteracting the spell in effect outright and stopping it from continuing. However, while they'll cancel each other out, you would be smart enough to know that will cause a cataclysmic reaction and could blow the entire castle to smithereens. Yeah, epic spells suck to take down.
If we can weaken it.
So I have a third potential option.
Yeah, you got an idea?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the idea?
Loaded.
Oh, he's pinging it to me. Okay, I was like, wait, hold up.
Mm.
Uh,
Secrets.
Oh! Alright, let me pull up your spell list again and remind myself exactly this whole thing. 2 seconds, good sir. Got the link working again, so I want to make sure you... Okay. Alright. And you're... Alright. So you're trying to use this... Wait. On the caster, I assume? Using James's blood as the catalyst? Go ahead.
Yeah, basically using James' blood as the catalyst to super amp it and then casting it effectively on the storm itself to erase it.
Okay, I will make a reflex save then. What's the range? Remind me.
It's a 30-foot radius.
Okay.
But we're also using, because technically when I got the blood, it was deific.
No, I get that. I assume
Okay.
but if you're going after the caster, they are no longer on this plane of existence. So your gaze will not do anything without you having to waste the blood. You'd get a sense of that as soon as the spell began to fester, basically.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, so that's the reason I was asking. But yes, I would. So that is also why you're able to tell it with the divine component you're using.
Okay. If it'll work. Sweet.
Yeah, for the future. But I will say, using the gaze will not affect them on a foreign plane, so keep that in mind.
Okay. Wait,
So,
what?
Yes, because they're on another plane of existence. Your gaze or your spell will not hit them.
Right. I'm trying to affect the storm because it is summoning like a physical storm.
Oh, you're casting the spell on the storm, not the cast. Ah, okay, I misunderstood. I thought you were going after the caster of the spell. My apologies. Okay. All right. Well, I can't make a reflex for that. Then yeah. All right. Let's see. You want to gaze into my realm? Give me a fortitude save. Let's see if you can gaze
You're
into my
fat.
realm.
You got
You're
this.
super fat.
DC 25. I'm gonna give it out loud just so that you can hold it to it. So let's see what you got.
31.
Nice. Cool. You're gonna regret that.
You don't act like what you see.
Yeah. So you suddenly look, and as your eyes begin to glimmer up at the spell, your mind is taken to an icy throne room where you see Lady Idjin just sitting there looking at you. Lady Syndra sitting across, enjoying a couple of little small mini cakes. Ham completely bound in this strange body that makes him look like an actual dog as he seems to bark up at you and in your direction, immediately noticing your presence. As Lady Ijin just looks at you and smiles and goes, "Oh, no, no, no. That's not how this works. You don't play in my realm." And she is going to take note of you as a free action, Bartimaeus, as you look on and see her in this icy fortress, as you see beyond the rift of the spell itself into the realm where the spell is existing from.
Gotcha.
I
Can I
see you
do
typing,
some?
but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
You got something in mind that you're trying to keep secret from the party? You're welcome to type if you'd like, or you can say it out loud. Either way works for me. All right, that answers my question. We got a moment.
It's got secrets.
Which one?
The one that I'm getting this spell from to begin with.
You sure? I'm gonna ask you this only once, DM to DM. Are you sure?
You know what? You bring a great point. Let's not.
You will turn this into a three-way that will not end well for rolling.
Wait, what? What do I have to do?
You're
with
the
this?
only one without power in this situation, so you're gonna get fucked hard. Yeah, you can't.
Let's save
It
that
will
for
work,
later.
but you're not gonna be happy. Okay, smart.
Yeah, let's do that after she decides to physically mess with my jimmies. We'll keep that in the back burner.
So smiling into her plane of existence, are you gonna keep up the gaze effect, or are you just gonna end your turn, or do you have another action in mind?
Oh, it was my action to do the potion. So that's it.
That's right. Yes, that's fair. All right.
So
that
I
is
guess
it.
I'm gazing beyond time and space. All right.
Yeah, looking into a plane of
I
ice.
gotta do something cool now.
And like little Danishes, like it's honestly, I imagine Bartimaeus just imagine a view of hell, like small finger foods that couldn't even fill you up
Oh my
with the amount of calories you'd burn to eat them. Like, oh my god, terrible.
Well, they're slowly evaporating under the gaze, at least.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, Julian's up.
Julian, help me.
Julian's not gonna help you, but I do appreciate your candor.
Julian's gonna help me.
Yeah.
Julian.
Julian's gonna turn to James, still flipping
my boss.
angry as shit. So with it, as he flicks his finger and mithril armor kind of appears onto him, this like almost thick breastplate of the material. As he smiles at you, he pulls out his weapon as he begins to glare at you and kind of with almost a sickly look as he pulls out this large dwarven war axe. A little bit bigger than him and what it should be, as he smiles and he immediately activates his ability as you're within 5 feet of him called Mithril Tornado. His own personal maneuver. Alright. What's up? Recognize that one?
It is already a maneuver.
Oh, is it really? Oh, okay. Well, hold
Yes.
up. I wrote it as a note of special maneuvers.
Do like adamantine tornado or something.
Oh, sorry. Adamantine hurricane is what I have listed as.
Okay,
Mithril tornado
so
is
that's-
just the
yeah,
name of the
okay.
maneuver.
Okay, you're cool now. That's not a maneuver.
Thank you. I work hard at that.
You're welcome.
All right. As he begins to, like, almost in a blur of motion, swing his blade over his head, building up enough speed, it explodes out, sweeping through towards you, James.
I think you're gonna die, James.
Oh, I just realized I didn't have to use this, but hey, it's cool because it was my note to use it anyways. There's no one else around me to hit, but hey, it's +2.
I guess he
After.
could kill some of the nobles he didn't like if he wanted.
True.
Oh, it's outright at +2. No, there is a bonus to this. Okay, cool. There's a value to it. All right. We're gonna beat the living.
Usually the maneuvers, don't just actually do extra like damage. They usually help you hit them.
Yeah. All right. So, I think it's still with the whirlwind or with the mithril tornado. I think I still get a full act. It's still a full action.
It's forcing to use it.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I see it.
So you're doing the maneuver. That's
It's
it.
just the one. Yeah, so it's one attack. Cool, perfect. Okay, I was writing my numbers. Perfect. Well, if I kill James on the first hit, it's not going to be fun. Also, once he sees what my hit is, he's going to be scared shitless. So that's a 57 to hit, James, without your armor on?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Yeah, I figured as much. Good news. I
'Cause
don't
I'm guessing
do
I
much.
lost my armor bonus, so I'm pretty low on AC right now, actually.
Yeah, you did. Don't worry, I don't do much. Oh, that's a crit. Oh shit!
It threatens a crit.
It does. Let me see.
I don't think you're gonna miss. You're gonna not hit crit.
I think he confirms as long as it's not a nat 1 with James without armor.
Say 36 is it without the +2. So, oh my god.
That's funny.
That's incredible.
All right, normal hit. Fuck you. Even though I still go past
That
your
is-
AC.
I think that makes you live. I'm not gonna lie. You might.
It does.
You might live
Dude, I don't do that much damage with this. I'm not gonna lie. It's literally just a D10 +7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You gotta be scared.
It sounds scary as shit, but like this, he is not wearing his personal war axe. This is a ceremonial war axe that he's beating James with.
It's a piece of metal.
It's a fancy gold piece. And unfortunately, James isn't a giant, so I don't get any cool bonuses. However, I do get a cool thing as a swift action due to a feat I took. I'm gonna turn and punch James in the balls as a follow up to it.
Ah, yes.
James,
knew-
Kick.
give me a
I love
reflex
snap
save.
kick.
I knew it would be on buddy with what you said. I knew it.
I've been wanting to use this for a minute, and it makes sense for Julian. Shut up.
Hey, I was half right. It didn't fuck his wife, but it did punch him in the balls.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
good.
you don't know.
Oh,
12.
James, you have a -2 to all of your attacks, and you are now nauseated.
Oh.
Okay.
Julian, I'm trying to stop the spell.
oh my
Fuck
balls.
off.
I will note,
Does he have
thankfully,
balls?
his gloves are not. He does. Thankfully, his gloves are not spiked, or his gauntlets aren't spiked. They are still metal, James. So the metal cod piece does make a nice bell ringing ding that thankfully goes with the melody of the song.
He's gonna beat his balls into the fucking melody.
No.
Bing, bong.
Oh, actually-
Bong, bong, bong.
It does do damage. Here, I did forget about that. Here, it's non-lethal, so you take 2 points of non-lethal
Oh,
damage.
max damage.
Great, great, great.
No, honestly, the nauseated and the -2 is more what I wanted, but I did have to do it. That ends my turn, as I don't have any other swift or any immediate action I can use. That's 2 minutes of testicular damage. James only has 10 HP per, man. Those balls they're reinforced, but not that strong.
There's literally nothing I can do.
Rollman, you're down. You're up. What would you like to do? Death saving throw?
Well, I mean that's the only thing I can do.
That's true. Do you want to make 2 or just 1?
We'll start with 1 and then see
Oh.
how it goes.
That's
So,
right.
I
Sorry.
can't do anything but move.
Yep. Yeah, and I told you this is
Come on, nat 20. Get me up.
it's my new Warblade favorite
What's a
for the
12?
dirty fighting school. 12. That
I-
succeeds.
Well, I can't cast spells or anything. I can probably still use the free action talk, so I have one other option.
Well, Roman, that fails. So 1 success,
where I
1
started.
fail. Yep,
1 success, 1 fail.
that works. Roman, for a moment, his eyes kind of
I'm
flutter as Soot
desperately
looks
trying
down
to
at
get
him.
up.
Yeah, as Roman's eyes kind of flutter up, looking up, so he kind of leans up for a moment, kind of looking at Soot, and then immediately his eyes roll back and he falls back unconscious and back onto the
I
ground.
will keep trying.
Just Soot looking down, I imagine, with pity for the poor man and trying his hardest here. Alright, Soot, you're up.
How far away is James?
40 feet, including the drop.
Oh. Yeah, alright.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you can get charged, James. I think you're gonna die.
I will say you are dropping about 10 or 20 feet down to the ground, so just keep that in mind. I don't think you take damage. Is it past 10 or is it past 30?
It's past
That's
10.
10.
You take damage.
Is it past 10? So you will have to make a save to see if you take a d6 worth of
Yeah, if you
damage.
tumble and succeed, then you don't
Yeah.
take any damage. So
Yeah, dude, that's fine. I'll make it 12. Yeah.
Perfect. So save alone. Yeah, go ahead. If you want to make a charge, you'll have to make a tumble check with it.
Yep.
Alright, let's see what you got.
It'll be a 22 tumble.
22 tumble. Let me double check my. I think that 100% succeeds, but I didn't have it pulled up as I was looking at something. Someone just asked a question. Okay, tumble. Alright, that does succeed. Alright, yeah. As you come rolling down, continuing your charge.
Here comes the stick of death. Here comes.
it's a lot of death. This thing hurts.
Here
How much HP do you
comes
have, James?
the long
It is a-
dicketh of the law.
It is a very painful stick.
It is only one hit, thankfully.
Mm-hmm.
It
You might
is
live.
only one hit. It's a 41 to hit, but it is only one hit.
Yeah, that hurts.
Live, James, live.
Well, he only gets the one attack 'cause he charged, so.
Yes.
Do 35 damage.
Ouch.
So, James, which is worse, the Sujin or the ball punching?
Ball punching, honestly, because it's going to stop me from doing what I need to do.
No, I know. Yeah, 100%. Nauseated to a caster sucks. All right. Yeah,
This is
Soot,
your merchant.
Anybody sucks.
as Soot comes rushing forward, kind of jumping over Rollman, catching the balcony with his feet, and then jumping down as he easily jumps into a somersault as he lands, coming forth, stabbing straight into James. No action, no movement is wasted as Soot performs perfectly like an artiste as he stabs into James, pulling back, looking down at him as he stands on the table over him.
There's a reason.
James,
Butler.
James will smile.
All right. Soot, does
That's
that
all I
end your
can do at
turn?
the moment.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
I would say, James, if you were a more educated man, I would expect E2 Soot as this happened, but I assume you're not very familiar with Julius Caesar's death and the whole situation with that.
James is not. The player is. The player is not going to go down that route.
Do you? Okay, we'll talk
The
about that
player
later.
is instead going to mentally go, "Hey, Pride, you still in a dick measuring contest?"
These guys trying to contact literally anybody.
Oh, fuck yes, I am.
No, I'm pretty sure Pride promised to not re-enter this country.
Okay. Give me a will check. Or will save.
The merchant's trying to contact any contact he has.
Dude, this
in
is the
world.
desperate Odger fight without Rollerman.
They're all contacts that hate him too.
I know.
Like,
I was surprised you didn't say like Magrill or something like that, or like Durali, or like
Well,
Oh,
Durali
no,
super
Durali's
hates
the next
him.
one, but
Oh.
Durali super hates me.
21. You do not get a response.
also, Durali only acts against gods. This isn't a god.
That's true.
This is Soot.
Not my shtick.
guy.
Well, even the Fratigen thing with the spell.
Yeah, true.
Not a god.
All right. So that fails. What's the plan?
Well, the only other thing I can do is move away.
You're
They
gonna
just
move.
like flip your balls and start waddling away.
You move away. I hit you with stick.
I was gonna say
You
you're
can
gonna give
take
me an opportunity tech, bro.
Can he take
Yeah,
a
I
full
kind of
round-
don't have much of a choice.
What's up,
'Cause I
Roman?
can't do anything else.
Can he disengage, or is that like this not being allowed?
Do I have?
That's not allowed. That's a special. That's a regular action, unless I can talk to them both and tell them I'm trying to stop it. But if they keep ball punching and smacking me,
No, I'm gonna say no as far as that goes, because part of the nauseated effect is keep them from running away from me.
I'm also trying to stop it. Don't worry.
Yep. Also,
Without
I'd
me
imagine,
dying.
James, right now, you just got full-on gauntlet punch to the balls. There's probably not much talking you're doing at this moment, especially after just being stabbed through. You know, this isn't a situation.
Yeah, the only other thing I can do is mentally scream out for people, so...
Yeah, also, it withdraws a full action.
The only other one that might find this entertaining is Air Doctor, but James doesn't know if he'll answer.
That's true. Would you like to try it? You got one more, or you can do another check
You know
to try
what?
and contact someone
Air
else.
Doctor!
Roll me a will save.
If you keep trying, maybe you'll succeed.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. That is a fight. No. No.
That guy doesn't want to listen.
Well, gentlemen, I think that's it. Unless Bartimaeus can pull something out
No,
of his ass.
that's the end of the campaign.
We'll see. All right, James. If nothing else you can really do, just looking on in surprise, anger, fear, a lot of ball pain.
James is
A little bit
glaring
ball pain.
at Julius because he's the one who
Julius.
said it'd be fine, and now he's looking at him like, you lied to me.
Well, it was. As far as like being it, you transformed into another faction that told you not to do that. Like that's what you just did. But hey, listen, you don't want to listen to your own oaths and deals? Hey, I will punish you happily. With that, Bartimaeus, you're up.
Bartimaeus, do something.
Well, I can't fucking see what the hell y'all are doing.
Were you trapped there or something?
No, his mind
If you
is
close the spell, then
he's
it
still
might
got the
fucking
gaze.
save me.
Yeah, I'm trapped. Well, not trapped, but I'm gazing beyond a fucking dimension. I don't think I have cognitive.
Tripping out right now.
Yeah, it's like I'll be with you in a fucking minute. I'm trying to destroy a storm with powers of eldritch proportion. I don't fucking know. So anyway, I keep trying to do that shit.
It's Bartimaeus looking at this like, we went from killing like a random butler who was shitting everywhere to 2 gods in 1 week. This is getting real bad. I'm tired of this. But go ahead. What would you like to do, Bartimaeus?
Keep casting the gaze.
Yeah.
I don't have a better option. I don't know how effective this is being, but I also don't have a better idea. And I also don't have an idea that anything is going crazy wrong before I did all this. So
Nope. Yeah, I mean, you're still looking through. Bradigan is like staring at you. Syndra seems to be kind of glancing over at you every once in a while, and the corgi continues to bark up at you in both aggression and surprise. Actually, quick question: does Bartimaeus speak primitive just by random chance?
yeah, no shit.
I'm gonna message you something.
Oh god.
The secret to the universe.
Cam is still helping James.
No, dog. It's gonna be yelps of save me. It's not gonna be save you.
Save us.
No. Save James. Save James. Let's
Well,
keep this crazy train rolling.
To be fair, I could also extinguish his soul if he would
What the
prefer
fuck?
oblivion.
No, I will say his soul is stuck to. Well, you don't know this in character.
Well,
The vial
No.
damage.
Yeah.
is what
he does get freed when James dies. That was part of the promise.
Wait, so maybe he wants you to kill James.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, technically at this point, James is out of that deal, so would he even still be there at this point?
Well, it's a deal with Durali to have fate.
There's a lot of deals, man.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
deal over
man.
him with Durali.
Well, yeah, but that was because Tam would be where James's soul would be at the end of his lifespan.
Where it would have been if you died there.
I checked, it would update, yes, so. But
I'll give that to you for free, Bartimaeus. I feel like that'd be a pretty clear thing. Anybody could tell at this point, as a caster of your high rank, tell if someone's like soul is stuck to a powerful demon right next to him.
Yeah. So even if I free him, it won't do anything. He's just desperately trying to ask for help.
Well, I mean, you might be if you have a way of figuring out how to break that situation. I mean,
I just
yeah.
hate you, dude.
I mean, yeah, that's 100%. I'm just like if you can come up with a way, out right off the top of your head, nothing comes to mind on how to like you haven't had to deal with pacts before, or breaking pacts, or breaking deals, or saving someone from one. This is 100% new territory, so you got an idea? You can give me a spellcraft, knowledge, or arcana, or you can try and come up with a plan of as you look through your spell list if you got something you're cooking up, or if you got something you want to say to Prodigy.
Yo, bro, chill.
No, wrong term. No, chill's offensive. It's rude. Oh yeah, that would theoretically work. It has got, as far as your knowledge, it has removed the influence of powerful beings like this on beings who can brought to the Enclave.
Yeah. I just like make eye contact with Ham and begin speaking like a ritualistic verse for him to repeat to himself. To I for lack of like a thought on mind, just swearing a pact of fealty to the Grove.
Okay.
Because that's the one I think I administer probably the most often and know by heart.
All right. Give me a we'll call it a diplomacy check to see how well you can like speak it for him to catch the meaning and understand what to say.
I don't suppose you would let me try bluff to do the past secret message.
Sure.
Version of it.
Yeah, if you got something
Oh,
in
thank
mind.
Christ. Well,
This guy's good at bluff and not diplomacy.
Well, it's the pass along secret message portion of it is part of it, and also I'm trying to get it past Fratigen, who is literally looking at me, speaking to him.
Yep.
Like I figured that one at least makes sense, right?
Well, to be fair, you don't know this, but from her perspective, your face is popping out of a painting of her glorious form. It's just your head where hers is, which is the worst insult.
This would be horrifying.
You know, at
Oh,
this point, I'm
man.
surprised she hasn't closed off the spell just to get him to stop.
Oh, is that a bluff?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Glibness. Fuck yeah, let's go.
All right. What are you?
This guy rolled good.
What are you
Yeah.
adding in on the secret message of the spell for her to, or for Ham to say? Is there anything specific you're adding other than the Enclave?
No, I'm just doing the Enclave. I don't have a reason to twist him to any particular ends. Just if he swears fealty to the Enclave, then I think that's perfectly good enough.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna ask you one. Call high or low.
Let's go low with my luck. Yes.
Oh wow, nice. I thought that was a D20. I was like, damn, he fucked up. But that's also
Ham
200.
speaks out the words, and as he does, his form begins to transform and change, beginning to slowly turn back into his two-legged bipedal form. His armor returning, his body changing back. Fredishin stops yelling at you and just watches, almost an amused look on her face. And as Ham fully changes, his body turns to suddenly an ooze, and he dissipates, vanishing from sight. And all you hear before your spell is cancelled out, being in her lair, is, okay, then my deal's off as well. James instantly drops dead. His
Hi,
body
James.
freezing solid, the demon horns cracking and breaking away. James, give me a death saving roll, please.
Live, James, live. Roll that net
I have
20.
no plus.
Nope. Oof.
A fail.
As James stays unconscious. Okay. Bartimaeus, as you feel you're shunted out, you suddenly look over, standing on the table, glaring down at a collapsed James whose body is slowly turning to a solid block of ice as you watch, unmoving, paralyzed, and seemingly with holes throughout it. Still, I imagine clutching his balls from being
I was
punched.
gonna say.
He's like the one guy from Pompeii.
Yeah. As you look on, suddenly standing beside you is Ham, looking on in surprise and shock. About half your height, corgi monk who looks both surprised and somewhat relieved, as the deal was kept. At least from his perspective, as you look on. Is there anything you'd like to do otherwise, Bartimaeus?
I like see James like kind of in the throes of death, shrug and like hold out my hand to Ham and say, if you don't have curatives, give him some of my blood. It might revive him.
Ham looks up at you and goes, "Fuck no! I don't want to go back. Fuck him. I died and he forgot about me. I watched everything. I saw into his mind. I'm not... No, if you want to save him, you save him. I'm going to go enjoy my life while I still have it."
I just kind of like eye him. I was like, you did say you'd save us now.
I am, but leaving. You know what I got in my fur right now? A big-ass demon mark that's like a tramp stamp that causes her to follow my ass around. I'm gonna take this spell with me. I'm gonna leave you in this room to die to whatever stupid James effects he caused, because I saw the book. I know what he told them to say. I ain't falling for this shit. You want to save him? Here, as he hands you a potion of this black ooze liquid in a vial that seems to kind of move around with floating bits of like lizard tail, what looks to be a frog leg, the eye of a snail, these like minuscule, very witchy like materials kind of floating about, and it smells awful even without uncorking it, as Ham is going to turn and run.
Got it.
I feel like that would kill him.
Dude, I have enough alchemy. Can I tell if this is just fucking poison?
It is and it isn't. It is a poison for someone like you or Soot. To a demon, this is basically a super health potion that will bring them back to max HP. There's a huge cost to it, as you look at, as the fatigue that this thing causes would almost kill most people and would put a demon on their ass, but they'll live.
I kind of look at him already on his ass.
Yep. Nothing left to lose.
I just yell out to the others, just like, Religion broke her deal. The Ice Lady broke her deal, because I don't fucking know her name.
You treated her home, you don't even know her name? Wow.
I don't know who any of these people are.
No, you just followed the
really
spell.
Know who they are out of character.
Alright, Bartimaeus, as you shout this out, Julian, still in a rage, still standing over the cooling James body. That is your action, free action, and speaking. Do you want to do anything else? I mean, well, actually, no, I think canceling Limbo's gaze would count, right?
Well, he didn't cancel.
Oh, no, you didn't cancel. I forced you out. That's right, never mind. Yeah, so then you got an action.
The thing, so I guess that's an... I have an action, though?
Yeah, if you got an action, that's what I'm saying. If you want to use it still.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll mage hand the potion over to James.
Okay. I'm happy you did that, because I'm gonna reaction as Julian fucking hit that vial out of the sky or out of the air. I ain't gonna let you put it near him.
What?
Yep, you heard me.
Well, my idea of throwing it wasn't going to go much better either, to be fair.
I was gonna say, if you're moving it by me, I'm going to opportunity attack the bottle. And I'm within striking distance all around James's body, so I'm gonna make that clear here.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I said what I was doing. I'm following through with it. It's it is what it is.
I'm gonna, for cool points, use my free hand to fucking punch it out of the air.
Now, if it shatters the bottle, does that just mean it douses James?
Roughly with where you'd have it, yes. However, so with a 26 to hit, and honestly, that is sad. I think a glass has AC of 5.
5 AC.
So yeah. It will shatter. It will land on James just from the momentum. So glass and goo is going to land on him, but it's not like he could just absorb it. He's, but yeah, now James is covered in what is basically described as a black sludgy material that would make a gay porn star probably recurl in fear.
Can I make my fucking mage hand just start shoveling it in his mouth?
Not this action, not this turn, but as far as it goes to the next action, if you'd like to, yeah. However, Julian is up as you end your turn, and not knowing if James is going to get back up or not, is going to ball punch him again, sacrificing his full action to ensure James gets punched.
He just fucking reaches down, ground, and
Punching through ice at this point.
I am.
He's breaking the
Do I
ice
at
just to
least
punch
get a
through the wall.
bonus from the ice?
Yes. You know what? I'll give you a +5 to your AC for the ice.
I don't think that's gonna do anything.
Nope.
It's not.
Let me find my attack bonus. All that for it. Okay. So it's just my +20. Oh no. Oh no, because that was the previous round.
There's still soot after this too.
Yeah.
Well,
All
someone
right.
just heard that some of the deal was broken, so
Well, that's not the. Well, yeah. Depending on how he understands that, he could take it one way or another. You take another 2 non-lethal damage as you are further nauseated. As the corpse.
and that's
As
a
a
failed
corpse.
death saving throw.
Yes, it is. As the corpse just leans over and vomits as he groans and his body reacts in an area that covers his nuts. As the dinging again sounds with the music singing in the background. All right. Well, that will end my turn. As I will save the rest to be able to do my other immediate actions as part of my dirty fighting thing. So Roland, you're up. You want a death save for me? You got 1 fail, 1 success.
Go. Oh no.
All right.
Do I go for a third?
It's a question. Do you die here?
Hmm.
Up to you. Going once.
I'll do it.
All right. Oh, by the
living.
skin of his teeth. Next one decides whether Roman lives or dies. All right. As Roman regains some consciousness, hearing the fight in the
Trying to force myself
background,
awake.
eyes kind of rolling as he looks up at the ceiling, still feeling the blood kind of trickling down. Right. All right. As Roman ends his turn, Soot. James is, from what you can tell, fully on the ground, covering himself in ice. As you hear Bartimaeus shout out about a deal being broken by Fratigen. Julian doesn't seem to care, but seems to be more taking this as cautionary thing. Does not seeing James as dead, but more something's happening as he wields his
That's
weapon.
awesome, Noel, but I took the fail on a DC 50 save. I have to kill James.
It's true.
I'm under compulsion. I can't
Yep.
just stop.
Yeah.
It's okay. He's still gonna roll a nat 1 4 times.
So, and with
That's
him
okay,
down,
whatever.
it's an auto hit.
It is.
So he's just.
So
That's
James,
Yeah.
as it is. Now I'm going to give Soot 1 chance at the beginning of his turn to give a will save on this because I do want to give James a shot. So Soot, I will give you 1 chance. Seeing him down and hearing the wording from Bartimaeus, giving you enough of a reason to snap out of the spell for a moment. I will give you 1 chance at a will save. DC is still 25 in this situation, or is going to be dropped to DC 25 given the situation, to make it fair, but we'll see what happens. So go ahead and roll.
Yep.
Okay. As your mind begins to clear, the commands in the background catching your attention just enough, the chaoticness of everything happening, your mind does break away for a moment from the command of Fratigen. What would you like to do?
I grapple Julian.
Oh, you motherfucker. Alright. Come at me. Wait, hold up. Do I have anything to boost this? No, it's
I still might die next turn regardless, but this has been great.
Sword, Fate, Thunder. No, shit. Maybe my none of my stances give me bonus. Fuck. Alright, cool. Because I didn't prep them ahead of time, you motherfucker. I didn't expect you to turn on me. Alright, 37 for the grapple check.
Let's see, I have a plus 34 to these.
Roll
Okay.
one, roll one, roll.
Even
Hey,
at a
you know,
1, he beats you.
No.
Half right. Rolled a
Oh, wait, no.
10.
Damn.
So, 44. Come here.
Alright, yeah, as you're gonna grab me. However, I'm going to immediate action. Before you take me down, I'm gonna punch you in the nuts, motherfucker. So take this for the chance. Maybe. 39?
Yeah.
All right. You're gonna take it, so you will be nauseated. Oh, what 1 point not lethal. Does that make it so you can't grapple me out of curiosity?
So I take 0 damage.
Figured as much, you know.
Now, does that have
As
to
you
do damage to do its thing?
No. I just have to like hit. The damage is just a bonus of basically being punched in the balls.
Did it incur a save, or is it just hit nauseate?
No, it is just a hit and nauseate. That's the whole point of
Jesus,
it being
that's
a very low. Yeah, that's the point. But I have to give up my attack actions to use it. So
Well, yeah, but you're giving up your attack actions to make sure your opponent doesn't get attack actions.
So are you as far as nauseated though? I think it gives you a minor affected. Let me see. I can't spell. Give me a moment.
I don't think it would cancel the grapple from happening because you already took the action.
No, yes, the grapple is going to happen. I'm just punching him in the balls in response, technically, by the rules of my immediate action roll. I just want to make sure what if nauseate gives anything bad for him outright 4 or something.
Oh, it just means I can't do shit for my next turn.
Okay, so yeah, you're just holding me.
I just gotta sit here and hold you now.
You guys are hugging.
This is the kind of BDSM they don't tell you about that happens in D&D.
All right. Let me hold for bigger things to deal with, bigger fish to fry. Bigger fish to fry.
As Floresman. Goddamn. Suddenly feel like grabbing onto him. Feel suddenly like punched to the nuts. Feeling the pull. I mean, that's not a fun feeling, but keeping the grapple, yeah. As you take me down. Alright. Yeah, holding me. That will also force me to drop my war axe because I can't technically keep it in my grapple by the rules of the size of the weapon.
You know, I was gonna drag you away somewhere else, but now we're just gonna sit here.
No, I'm gonna keep punching you. I have more of that for later. Alright. We're grappled. Fuck you.
And it's my turn.
It's bloodline.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Soot? Otherwise, I don't think there's anything else other than the grapple.
I
Correct?
can't.
Yeah. Cool.
I can't.
Alright. As you end your turn, James. Death saving throw, my
After
friend.
this. Oh, he just
I'm
instantly
dead.
ripped it.
God
Well,
damn it, James!
you didn't let him
You-
give any build up.
Thing at this point,
I was gonna do
rolled-
the build-up, you motherfucker! I didn't care that you died. I cared that you didn't let me make it dramatic, you
And
fuck.
it ends with a fart.
As James, literally, lets out a loud sigh as someone in the audience shout, "He croaked!" As James's body lets out all of the fluids that were stored within a gruesome death by any standard, but normal for most adventurers. As James' body drops, Julian's immediate rage upon James's death begins to drop and dissipate as he comes back to his mind, looking about confused and wondering why he's being held by a Soot who looks to be in very much a lot of pain.
Hey, what was it? Well, the hit in the nuts. But I get it.
God looks at you with confusion. Rollman, give me another death saving throw in the background, please.
I'm not gonna let Bartimaeus go.
Nope, because we are out of initiative as James takes his last breath, and I assume Bartimaeus is... Well, actually, no, you are right. I forgot Bartimaeus is doing something.
Damn,
Thank
that's
you.
crazy.
Thank you for that. I remembered. James, never mind, we will stay in initiative. James, as you drop dead, ending your turn, we'll come back to a moment, but I will say, from your perspective, you do find yourself... Nice. Alright, we're going to actually put a pin in that actually here in a moment. Depending on what Bartimaeus does, this might actually change something. Okay. We'll come back as James ends his turn with a thought in his mind. Bartimaeus. Jar was shattered. James now looks like a porn star covered in the after effects of a horrible situation gone right. Someone clearly had a great time. Julian and Soot currently seem to be grappled in a hug, with Soot clearly kind of like shaking a little bit in pain from being hit in the nuts. Rollman up above, constantly making weird sounds as if he's dying. What would you like to do?
I just start muttering to myself, "This is the fucking weirdest party, goddamn. Fucking incest, this fucking demons, this fucking Jesus Christ." Just begin storming over to Rolliman. I like flick out for my mage hand to start like scooping goop into James's mouth, and like slash my palm on the way over to Rolliman, and like just let the blood like drip into his open wound.
So since you don't have flight, to get up to Rolliman is about 50 feet from where you're at currently.
Oh, is it?
Yes, because you have to go around the long way to go up the stairs and to go to the second floor. Because as mentioned, Rolliman died up or went down on the balcony upstairs.
Didn't you say I tumbled?
Yes, back down to the dance floor, still on the balcony.
I'm on the dance floor.
So we still love you.
I'm killing the dance floor, guys.
He did kill on the dance floor. But yeah, so it's about 50 feet to get to him. And then on top of that, as far as goes, your mage hand is still within 10 feet of James, so that you can definitely do, no issues. But just keeping in mind, if you want to cut your hand and then move, that's one thing. If you want to cut your hand and not move and then use the magic hand, that's one thing. But you got to pick here.
I figure I was gonna do it as like because you can draw a weapon if you have a base attack bonus of 1 or more while you're moving, as like part of a move action. So I figured it was just like you just draw it shittily so that you cut yourself.
I mean, if you want to drop, that's fine. But I mean, you'll have to get up to roll them in on top of that, and then either for your movement, or you'll have to use your fucking mage hand. One of the two.
Yeah.
What's up?
I was gonna double. One second. I need to go to the world anvil because I'm trying to remember what the exact action requirement is for the robes. Because I've got the once per day slide.
He's sliding.
Oh no.
Or super tech. You grease the floor, and I slip more further down to get closer to you.
Well, that's also a standard action. That doesn't help you.
Also, that might just kill you because your head would start banging on the stairs your way down.
Hey, no one wake me up. I swear.
Sorry, I'm usually much more put together than this on the items and stuff.
No, you're fine. You're good.
James, can you remind me what the fuck the name of the item is?
Not off the top of my head. Give me a second. I can pull it up, though, I think.
Dead. He can't answer your questions.
Where the fuck is this?
I have to decide on something.
Robes of the Goblet.
There we go.
Would you say, Bruce?
I have to decide on something here, depending on what Bartimaeus does.
Mm.
Do I kill James outright and finish the job, or do I let this happen?
All right. So, you say he's 50 feet away, but is that
Correct.
just like including like going up the stairs?
Yes, assuming you don't have flight.
Okay. Straight line. How far is it?
20 feet up in the air, and then another 20 feet from you, roughly.
All right.
Less than 30, if that's what you care about.
Yeah, total 40.
Yeah. Oh, slide greater is 20 feet in a direct line. So
There's sadly not a direct. I mean, you could go forward and then just fly up, but you'd still have to take a 5-foot step forward to be on the balcony, and then you'd still have another 5 feet. Or then you'd be right over Rollman because he fell.
that sounds like that works at least.
Yes, but you still are you gonna? I assume you have some sort of flight or jumps like thing. You have a plan to get up there.
Oh, that's what the because slide is in a straight line. It's including vertical.
Hold up, no fucking way. That's how that works.
Slide greater.
He's sliding through the air.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
Find the spell you're talking about.
Yeah, it just says it in a straight line.
Except so described above, you slide the subject creature 20 feet in a straight line movement. Likewise, does not protect opportunities. Across the ground.
Oh, cross.
Yeah, it's literally like in the description of the spell. Outright says he slips. Now you are so technically this does count for rough terrain. So like you wouldn't be affected by that, but in this case you're not being affected by that. There's no. This is normal terrain. So yes,
I mean-
technically this does not count. Well, let's see. You slide the creature. If the creature is flying, otherwise not on the ground, it moves parallel to the ground. Yeah, so you could not go up. You could go like basically like float 5 feet above and move forward as a slide, but you cannot go straight up. You have to have ground underneath you, and that does not mean. And I'm going to make this very clear that you can shove your feet against the wall and use it like that because it's an overhang balcony, so you're just going to hit the fucking ceiling. So
Wait, there's support pillars. Quickly.
Quick. Where is? So how far is Soot from me? Real fast.
About let's see, 30 feet in total because you're on the opposite side of the throne room. So yeah, 30 feet total from you directly, with James being 35.
Time to do something really awkward and weird. I like pull out like one of the vials, bleed myself into it, and whistle for Mr. Jangles to fucking fly, grab the thing, and give it to Rollman.
Mr. Jangles is in Soot's pocket and cannot hear you currently. You gave him to Soot, remember?
Yeah, he still has his senses. He's not like in a box. Like he
That's
could,
He's trying to throw it at me. Mr. Jangles come out of my pocket and grab it.
Oh!
Mr. Jangles is a homunculus. Homunculus have 50 foot of flight.
Okay. Alright, so the plan is, to make sure I heard this right, is to have the homunculus take the potion up to, or the vial of your blood up to, or the blood from the knife up to Rolliman?
Yeah. Well, I spend my action like pulling out like a vial and bleeding, right? Basically putting the potion in the fucking vial, and then I'm going to have Mr. Django spend his actions to give it to Rolliman.
To fly over to you and then fly up, or are you going to chuck it at him to catch?
Fly over to me and give it up because I don't have a free action to do it, and also I don't have a great dex to do it.
Yeah,
so
it'd be 30 and 20, so that's 50. Yeah, okay, I'll give it to you, but it will be, you won't be able to like just drop it into Rolliman's mouth, since that will be an action to grab it from you and then also turn back around and fly up, so like with everything for his movement, so. Yeah.
I figured he could just pour it onto his wounds since they're blood potions. They just kind of absorb into the thing.
Well, it's the fact that grabbing an item is an action from someone else in base 3.5, and then like he's using his full movement for the flight. So that's why he is out of actions as far as like saving Rolliman.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
Rolliman, it's in the hands of the gods. I did literally everything I can in them.
Yeah, I just said, if you want to take that back, I'm happy to point out, because I know you're kind of planning and thinking about this, but that's just something to consider here, it is an outright action to grab a potion from someone else. That's an outright thing D&D had to specify, which I find very amusing that the rule technically counts that if you put it on the ground, it's not an action to grab it from the ground.
You could try and throw it onto me.
You could throw it at him. You could throw a potion.
Well, all right. Let's see what my throwing arm does. Hey,
All right.
I'm sure. I'm
You
sure
must-
great at
I
throwing
just want
things.
to point this out. Mage Hand to have it do something as a move action. So
Well, he's using his move. He's using his mage hand to shovel shit in your mouth. So hush.
Yeah, he still wants to save you.
I know.
Yeah. So it is just a ranged touch attack against the target. You have no weapon proficiency, so you don't take any negatives. In
It's
this
only 20
case,
feet away.
yes, and it is above. And technically, Rolliman is not directly within viewing line, but I'm being nice here. So you're aiming for Rolliman's touch AC here. A ranged touch AC.
Well, his range touch AC while he's dead, so he has a.
Exactly. So
Like,
what's
like-
your touch AC without your Dex modifier?
12.
There you go. All right, you're aiming for a 12. It's just a D20 straight up.
Let me see how much that's boosted by AC things about me being alive.
I say,
Go ranged attack bonus, go.
Should be 11 actually. Then.
all right.
Hey, look at that.
As you chuck
You rolled a 10.
as you chuck it up at Rollman, smacking Rollman in the face with it. Yeah.
I
Roll.
know.
Go ahead and roll. What's the roll for that? Remind me.
Oh, I've got nothing but vigor for my
What's
potions
vigor?
of healing. So he'll heal. He has fast healing 1, and he just automatically recovers at the start of his turn.
Okay. Keep that in mind,
So
Rollman.
he'll
You're still
Which-
down, but
Well, it'll pop him back
For a
up because he
moment.
receives health.
once his turn
On my
pops
turn,
up, yeah,
yeah.
that's the issue.
Yeah.
All right. Yes,
If that's the case, I wasn't killed
Okay.
outright. I have something on.
bro, you have more negative HP against you. I will. If you need me to kill you proper, I'll do it. Don't fucking threaten me here. I have one NPC that's sitting in the background debating on punching you in the fucking head right now.
Live.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm shutting up.
I said, fast healing my ass. You just lost your soul. You're dead, buddy. Like, Fredigen just collected on her deal. You're sitting in Fredigen's court right now with a big old thing, a chain around your dick, basically being yanked on while she yells at you and calls you a shithead. And then makes you go through the same suffering the Corgi would have gone through if he had been not a Corgi. So, but if you have something on your turn, do let me know. We'll come to that. Alright, cool. Bartimaeus, is there anything else or for the shoveling into his mouth? I will let you know, since it's you're just using your movement action for the fucking hand. It will go into James's mouth. It's not going to do anything
Hey, I
because
tried.
I will make clear.
He is dead.
Yes, his soul is no longer in the body. What Ham just gave you was a potion to heal him back from death, normal death, like if he had been knocked down to below 0. Because that's what Ham thought you were implying. Well, actually, that's not clear, to be fair for his intelligence. That's what Ham accepted for the deal and moved on with, because he didn't want to pay back James for what James did to him. So, yes, in this case, yeah, it heals his body. James's wounds all closed. The ice begins to kind of still continue harden, and he still lays unmoving and cold.
I did
Unfortunately,
literally everything I physically
you could,
right?
and you've saved Roland's life. So, one out of two.
I want to roll a d20 to see if I would have died.
We'll get to that. You still might
Okay,
die.
sure.
I still have a character ready to kill you.
what?
Yeah, the band's still up there, buddy, and they may rob you.
Oh no!
Also, there's one more NPC no one's been paying attention to that's been left unfrozen that just hasn't
There is
taken
one
an
more.
action.
Yeah, this is chill.
Julian, however, is up, and he is going to break your grapple because he wants the fuck out. So please, let's grapple.
Grapple check.
God fucking damn!
Damn.
No,
That's
he
pretty low.
doesn't. He loves being in Soot's embrace again.
This is a full. It's a
Punch me in the
full.
balls again.
What'd you get? 36 or 26?
46.
40. Fuck. No, I can't punch him in the balls because it's a full action to fucking try and break the grapple. So I literally can't. I have to use all my shit. I'm stuck.
Stay in my
here.
hug. You're safe
Alright.
here.
Hug.
Well, as a free action, Julian is going to shout out to Lady Adamus. I will make good on my deal if you take his life. And that is where he will be shut up, as I assume Soot's going to try and grab his mouth.
Yeah, it's like, wait, whose life? What?
Your life, apparently. I don't know.
Finally, Lady Adamus
That guy's already dead. Whose life?
is going to act as a level 36, level 16 into Fighter, 10 into Frenzy Berserker, 3 into Orc Warlord because fun, and even more. I don't have to do much here for this build, thankfully, as I'm just going to walk over with my movement speed. And I'm going to take James's armor and leave.
Damn.
Oh,
Fuck you, this is
Yeah.
You
mine.
know what? I can rebuild it. I don't give a shit.
You're dead.
You're also dead.
I will also kind of lightly tap him in the head with my foot just to make sure he's dead, but that's not going to do any damage. So, like, for reference. But yeah, I'm gonna then, with my ring for Lady Adamus, I'm going to activate it. It's the only magic item I noticed she had because I didn't think I'd have to do combat for her. And I am going to go ahead and use my bonus movement action to fucking sprint out of here because I don't want to be frozen to death. And honestly, this ain't my scene. Huh?
Isn't it like worse out there than it is in here?
She doesn't know that.
Oh no.
But I'm taking the armor and I'm fucking off. And as I disappear behind the bond doors, you just hear a quick, sharp gulp that is quite loud before nothing and the crunch of ice. And that will end Lady Adamus's turn. Thank you for that armor. And then lastly, for the only other NPCs that are watching this whole thing go down, the lasting laugh will shout down towards Soot. as one of the main members will step forward and go, "You want us to kill the guy you punched? He's kind of getting up."
It's talking about Rollerman?
Yeah.
Look. No, everything's done now. Although, I think we're all gonna die to an ice storm now.
Nods and goes, "All right, well, we're leaving." And they're
Yep.
going to turn and start leaving. And at the end of their round, with us hitting initiative round 4, the second half of Blizka activates.
Yep.
Everyone, give me another fortitude save, please.
Am I awake now?
You are not.
Damn.
This goes off before, which does
Do I
mean
get
an
a
auto
save?
save for you, or an auto fail for you,
Damn.
which is
No.
not good, as I might have just killed you.
Oh man.
But for the rest who are still conscious,
Knowing that it's coming this time, I'd like to activate my fucking Heart of Water, please, to give myself freedom of movement.
yeah, sure, that's fair.
Do I
Still need the save.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
Well, then, yeah, this is just the room is going insanely cold, and your lungs are literally now freezing.
Ah.
Yes. 42
Oh, that-
succeeds?
Nat 20 for 37, but
Oh, 37? Oh,
Oh, nat 20 succeeds,
37
man.
succeeds. 33 succeeds. And James and Rollerman are frozen solid. I don't know how many times I have to kill these people before it gets through the head of everyone. Alright, that will take us out of official initiative, as Rollerman and James are technically will be dead as of their as the following action.
So fast healing.
It does not matter. The freezing of your lungs while you're down, because the damage outright if for the fail is 1 or 2d20 for the spell effect. So, I mean, I don't think you live that with fast healing.
well, you
Well, I
take
mean,
the
it depends what
damage
you
while-
roll.
That's true. You know what? Fair enough. You know
roll
what?
2 damage.
Okay, we're gonna do it then. Since Roman and James, here you go.
Nope.
Okay. So with James and Roman currently dead, I'm gonna give 1 round of actions here before we finalize this. Going down, Soot. Is there anything else you'd like to do besides continuing to hold Julian?
Oh, I let go of him. I'm going underground to try and find a slightly warmer place.
Okay.
Because there's ways in this castle apparently all throughout to just go further underground.
Yeah.
Best shot.
I mean, right behind the throne, there's a doorway to get down through a secret fucking button on the throne.
Bringing Julian with me. We're going down. Come on. I'm saving your life. Do not resist.
I mean, oh, to be fair, I forgot I have to make the save for him. Hold up.
Oh well, if he just
Pretty
died.
solid.
Hold up. Yeah, you look over at him. Give me a minute.
If I look,
Oh my god.
Julian, you look back, is frozen like the day after tomorrow survivors in the middle of that blizzard in New York. They're just blue-skinned, little snow sickles poking off his nose as eyes are frozen solid as you look back at him.
I'm preserving your body. Do not resist.
He is dying.
Holy shit!
Soot picks him up. Soot, he weighs 700 pounds with all his equipment.
I can carry him.
Lightweight.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. With nauseated, you stand up holding him and start moving forward. Okay. All right. That'll be for Soot as he starts making moves for the doorway as he smacks the throne to activate it. Bartimaeus. Lady Adamus is gone. The band is running for it. Although the sounds of them choking up above is pretty clear they didn't run fast enough. Rollerman, from what you can see, is literally freezing solid. His skin is turning blue. James, from what you can see, is slowly thickening into ice. At this point, his body completely almost unsavable, even with vigor while healing, due to the second effect of Blizka. Most of the nobles in this room are fully frozen and dying, if not already dead. What would you like to do?
I'm basically witnessing the death of an entire nation right now.
Yes, that's what's happening right now.
Mm-hmm. All because James decided to do something in front of another faction that hated other demons. Although you don't know that, because you don't have the context of Syndra.
No, this is This has been a very weird afternoon for me, in and out of character.
It's just like a terrorist attack, basically, as you're watching the effects of something James did a long time ago come back to bite him in the ass bad.
Like I'm like the fucking mom in like every like action movie ever. It's like, will you fuckers stop fighting? It's like, what the shit? That somebody's head just explodes for no goddamn reason.
Exactly.
Like, okay, what the fuck is going on?
Why is there
anybody?
ancient-
Nope. Okay, we're just not gonna explain a fucking thing. That's cool. I'm here.
Why
This
is there
nice.
ancient demons trying to kill you again? I thought we fixed this.
All right. Well, since I walk over to James's body and use him as a fucking blood power source to try and end this goddamn spell.
Ooh, I like that. All right. Well, James can't resist, so there's no save. So are you just gonna try and just spellcraft this and see what happens, or do you have a spell in mind?
I don't really, because like the the other time would be like going through doing the fucking Gaze of Limbo. I do have a backup if it doesn't work, because we can always fall back to the thing I DM'd you earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm just going to use like his blood as like a true sacrifice.
Okay.
This time, since he's already dead and it doesn't really matter.
Give me a spellcraft
So
check.
he has lots of blood now.
Yeah, he's nothing but a blood bank of technically demonic magic. Let's see if I can't fucking Cheston, I don't have Utham on speed dial. What the fuck do you want from me?
I was joking with the frost giant. Don't worry.
Oh, fair enough.
It was more of a joke. Ignore me.
Okay. Like, what the fuck? Come on, Spellcraft, don't fail me now. Oh, boy. That is a 26.
26. With a desperate last attempt, as you cast a spell, just summoning magic raw into the air, using James's demonic and divine powers, you watch as the storm begins to turn red, a red rain beginning to fill and flutter amongst the grounds. As it does, the rain seems to superheat, smashing into each of the icicles, beginning to melt them. James's body slowly shriveling from the amount of blood you're using. And that's okay. Okay, if that's your choice instead, James, are you 100% sure you want to lock that in? Because if you do that, that won't do what I told you. So I'm giving this is your only chance, because by the end of this Bartimaeus' spell, this will be decided. Oh, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. Alright. You do realize, though, that won't... Okay. Alright. James, as his body begins to glimmer, you watch God damn, I keep thinking of Floor Snap for some reason. Bartimaeus, you watch as the spell starts to kind of melt away at the ice, though it's slow, and you can see many of those who are still conscious freaking out and panicking as it's not working fast enough. As you try with everything you can, your mind focusing, magic flowing out, more blood coming out of James's body, but only so much seems to be available. I mean, he is only one man. And as you watch the last little bits seem to shrivel out of him, his body turned into a shriveled raisin of itself. Almost immediately as the last drop begins to hit, you watch as the sky begins to open up, the spell begins to change, and you see the DM waiting for the player to send him something because he's typing something suddenly, and now I'm watching it on the other screen. James, if you're sending me something, type it, fucker. Don't make me wait here awkwardly. Write your shit. Oh, okay. Fuck you. I don't even feel bad now. That's your last
I just
comment.
want to get that out there.
Your last comment is that. Fuck you.
The blood would
As
keep going for a bit.
you watch the ice begin, or as the storm begins to clear, James's visage, his hammer with wings, begins to glimmer, and down seems to drop these flakes of almost this like paper metallic material, landing onto the individuals, crimson in its color, seemingly landing on each of the piece of ice and instantly melting it as it does. James's influence, his divine energy, seemingly spreading out through the entire city as the spell seems to find itself affected by it. As you watch Bartimaeus, the spell dissipates, breaking apart. In James's last will and seemingly prayer, as you look down at the now shriveled corpse, he seemed to give his last thoughts to stopping the spell itself to help you in saving so many lives. Unfortunately, this is more of a side DM comment because I want to make sure this was clear. He was an idiot and forgot that the Blitzka spell isn't the only thing that killed him. He was dead before it went off. He just unthawed his fucking corpse. Alright, sorry. The rage is over. Suddenly as you look on him longingly, Bartimaeus, James having given all that he could, every last fiber of himself to try and save this city, he lays dead. His best friend, his potential lover, as many thought, and one of the few people who stayed with him through everything, laying upstairs, dead, cut down by one person they trusted and by James's own ill actions. As the nobles begin to thaw, they look on in concern, many of them beginning to shuffle out quickly and away, trying to escape the horrific battle and actions. But you are left up alone for a moment in the almost awkward silence as people start to funnel out.
And just sigh like wearily, and it's like, well, I suppose, lad, in a few ways, prophecy did come to pass. Don't know if I saved the entire world, but at the very least, I probably saved yours. So I think back to the prophecy that Julian's son had given that I would sacrifice James to save the world.
I told you it was all gonna come back.
It's all coming together.
Like,
I'm just making sure you get the credit for that one.
Uh-huh.
So I just like sigh wearily and just like, you know what? I'm feeling a little impish. I'll go fucking plop my fat ass on the throne.
As you do, and after about another 30 minutes of sitting there, Soot returns back. Julian now thawed and kind of walking alongside him, carrying Soot, who's very much still kind of leaning over from the swelling of testicular punching. As the two of them kind of come out of the tunnel behind you, as both kind of come around to see you there. Prune James still laying there, the horrific battlefield kind of throne room completely still sundered. Rolleman's corpse still up above. You're left with a moment of peace as you see Soot look somewhat beaten, but not like damaged, I imagine, more just in pain. Julian, who looks a little bit more tired and fatigued himself, as they look on at you, wondering what happened.
Well, storm's over, fellows. I suppose a nap is in order. I have a lot to do.
You see, Julian kind of nods at that. Go ahead, Soot, as he looks to you.
I suppose I'm not going to get to retire anytime soon, huh?
You act like retirement isn't a four-letter word for you.
I'm going to be honest, Bartimaeus. You were the last one I was going to try to rise. I'm getting on in years. My weapon's going to start to claim its due soon. But I suppose I can work until it does.
Julian kind of looks... Oh, good.
I'll make sure you get to enjoy at least some of your retirement, old man.
Yeah.
As Julian kind of looks between both of you and goes, well, it's a good thing that James had declared his heir. I guess the young lad will be brought forth to take his position at court, so that you'll retire to serve him as his advisor and regent. And Bartimaeus, I put you in charge of the Ironheart Merchant Company and rebuilding it. Figure it out, go through the paperwork, make sure it's properly willed to the person who has owed it, and make sure to support it.
It's crazy that two owners died.
Yeah, Julian kind of looks a little bit sad and defeated, looking down at the pruny James and up towards Rolleman's body, and goes, honestly, James was a good man. He fought like for something he believed in, made terrible decisions, but he stood by them and fought for everything he had. In the end, he tried to save as many lives as he could, I imagine.
I did. His blood ran dry, trying to cancel the great storm. But his will remained. He willed some of it forward and, well, helped bridge the last gap.
Then I think, in honor of what he's done this day, I will give James the church he wanted and a statue to the great of what he tried to achieve, the kindness he tried to bestow upon the young and the youthful, always looking out for the common man. Will become a commoner's god in this nation. And the bastard we found of his will finally have a right to claim to his high priesthood. I'll make sure to send the boy that way. I do must request that we figure out a way to deal with Roloman's situation even grander or sooner, as his heirs are going to be quite difficult, given one of them I've heard rumors is become Movasi's favorite.
I intend to use my new fabulously founded wealth to establish something of a dream of Soot and I. If you wish to stand as allies, then I'd be more than happy to.
As long as Mineral will swear his oath to protect the Ironheart and the land he owns in my kingdom, yeah, as far as I'm considered, he's a vassal without any requirements. James did way too much for us to not let him have that as a gift. I think I'll make sure that the kid's given the best education he can possibly be afforded, given the war. And should everything go as, we'll follow Roloman's wish of him and make sure he's trained as one of the greatest swordsmen.
Not momentarily and say, oh, by the by, if you find more of the mannerless, send them my way.
Did you say mannerless? This is DM asking.
Oh, manaless.
Mannerless. Okay, sorry. So he kind of nods at that. Yes. Well, at the very least, I think the way things will go from here will be interesting. The expedition's already been paid for and set up. I figure we'll continue to run that in the honor of the Ironheart. Continue to push forward with his plans to expand the expeditions as rumors had it. And all honor to make sure that the Dwarven Kingdom truly turns into something that he'd be proud of.
Surely will. You make a good king.
Only because he forced it on me as he waves or nods his head towards James.
To be fair, you were going to try and force it on him.
It's true. I would have sooner given it to Roloman than taken it myself.
Yep. Unfortunately, I'm a dwarf ogre, but not a dwarven ogre, if you catch my meaning. So you can't do it to me either.
I know,
There's three on the throne.
I'm just being a smartass. He can't make me.
I think, as far as it goes, I'll open also a martial school in Roloman's honor. I think I have an idea for something to see the warrior he was to a greater glory than what he achieved.
You know, we've come across great fighting books of the ancient dwarven art of sumo.
He nods with interest and goes, "My father was a practitioner, but he kept his the information secret. Maybe that might be something we can offer specifically at the school in honor of Roloman."
Just nod in glee and just start recounting for him the fucking techniques we spent like hours practicing.
He nods, and as you kind of go, there's a few moments, after about 30 minutes, you hear a knock as like the storm giant kind of comes walking in, wounded to all hell, his butler attire completely torn, but as he looks up at Soot, Bartimaeus, and Julian, goes, "There's a crowd that's gathered out front, There, a bunch of nobles, I guess the nobles that were here, they're requesting a speech, something to speak to what happened and what's going to be done. When you're ready," as he looks to Soot and kind of waves and goes, "Sir, they'd also like you to join. I assume that there's going to be an expectation of a speech from all three of you."
Very well. We'll be out shortly. As I lean into Julian. Well, tell your story that you wish to peddle. We'll follow it.
He nods and looks over at Bartimaeus for confirmation.
I have no wish to destabilize you. I mean to use you as an ally.
Use is a careful word you want to watch, but I appreciate it. And nods
I'm
and
being,
good.
I'm just being upfront.
Nods to that, is smiling and turns and looks to the storm giant and goes, "Alright, I'll address the crowd. James was a grand hero. His life was taken when Fradishin arrived here, influencing one of our lords. She was forcefully pushed under her command to attack, and Soot, under an effect of the creature's will, a demon of one of the alignment lords, or even potentially one of these three supreme kings, was forced to attack James and take him down. In which case, unfortunately, James would give his grand life to protect all the innocent and everything but he could, unfortunately sacrificing himself. Roloman would try to stop Soot, begging him, holding him as a good friend, not wishing to kill him and harm him, and unfortunately, Soot under the command couldn't. It'll make them fear you, Soot, and keep Mineral's enemies in check, but also make them wary of you to not take over Mineral's throne. I think that's a fair explanation and understanding between us."
Yes, it's for the best.
Good. So he turns, wipes himself down, straightens his outfit, and begins to walk out. And as the doors open and speeches are heard, normally, if I had the ability, the DM would cut to a bunch of beautiful scenes where James made these decisions and they led up to it. But sadly, we don't have that. So, as James is honored and found over the next couple days to be taken out in an honorific form, paraded across the city, taken to the capital with Roloman, both bodies shown, stories of their great deeds fighting Fradishin and banishing her back to her realm in hopes of saving the rest of the nobility, kind of emanating throughout the entire kingdom, causing many of the dragons to somewhat take a little bit more of a cautionary step towards I'm totally not scrolling up towards that city name real quick. Was it Iors? James, it's the time when you unmute when you're paying
1 second.
Okay. Thank you.
I was going to grab it. That's why.
Look, he's really role playing the deadness. Okay?
Yeah, no, I got you. 100%, you know.
I'm currently fighting my way out of Moors. Give me a minute. I have to eat a lot of demon power to do this.
Alright. Yes.
Ioborus.
Ioborus. The legend of James and Roloman will spread across the world far and wide. Roloman will have a full new school of maneuvers and warblades trained in his name and honored under Julian's royal guard. A statue of him holding Odger's head in one hand as his blade kind of gleams up towards the light. Very much the heroic martial hero kind of standing as a statue in front of the dojo that was designed in the capital for Roloman. James will be honored. A whole school of magic opened up in James's name. Respect given to the House of Ironheart, and Mineral will go on to live quite a grand and capable future, leading the Ironheart country or the Ironheart house into a golden age, even as the Dwarven Kingdom falls. Sindra will vanish, given the unfortunate information that will fall through as Julian will fully admit to or confirm everything. Unfortunately for the world, this will also cause Sindra to begin enacting her full plan, giving up on the nobility route and choosing instead raw power. As we cut her in a cave filled with ice, beginning to create her new and signature spell. However, Bartimaeus and Soot, while Soot will retire to the regency role, serving as Mineral's right hand for a few hundred years, only to eventually follow into the footsteps of all of his people that carry his weapon, to vanish into the deep dark, never to be seen or heard from again, though some rumors will constantly continue to state that he would be found fighting amongst Eider's forces against the Deep Spawn, long into his life, as he would take on the greatest quest his madness could give him, the ultimate fight. Bartimaeus, however, would not choose to retire, instead continuing the story of the Ironheart Merchant Company, for now it became his responsibility and gave him the power to honor the sacrifice, as well as take advantage of something he, as someone who grew up a commoner and orphan, never truly got to experience. Immense fucking wealth. And all the fun connections that come with it that
Man,
James
I had a
got
lot
to
of money on
enjoy.
me.
Oh, yeah.
Before we died.
As the party, or as we will come back next session, potentially to one of two possible futures. Either we will follow Bartimaeus' story, or we will be jumping to a new fate, a new group of heroes. However, as is the note, and I always want to make this a clear thing with how I run my campaigns, as Bartimaeus and Soot did not die, any new campaigns will be coming back in at the same level as we are leaving off today. With that, we thank you all for watching. We hope you have enjoyed the tales of James the Ironheart of House Ironheart and Rolaman the Stormslayer of Clan Guntos. Yes. The two legendary heroes who lived free, died hard, and stood against everything that the world had to throw at them. And in the end, James still stood by that he is the only one who can fucking kill him. God damn it. Thank you all. We'll see you next on Sunday.
I only die to my